this every week.
Well, yeah, there you go. You have a point.
Hey, True Believers England team here, and are we by ourselves? No, this says there's 4. I don't know how many of them are us, but yeah, we've got some people watching, and we've got an auction to do tonight. There you go. And why not? Let's start off with a 50-cent thing. So, hold on. I just turned it on the YouTubes. And do what everybody else does. Skip the commercial. Here we go. All right, we got the 50 cent going on, and whoops, I forgot to write them down. So we start off with Tarzan 254, 223 from Marvel. We've got issue number 6, and then we've got. I did not put these in order at all, did I? Okay, then we've got.
Where is the professionalism?
I
left it in my other pants.
I can direct you to an auction that has some. But...
I know, right? Yeah, there's a lot more. By the way, I was thinking sometime we got to try a claim sale. Well, let me see if I can't do this here. Since nobody's here, we got a lot of, we got 223. Alrighty. On A. And what's the next? We're going to do DC here. 256. This is, hello, my ugly face. Okay, here we go. On A, we got 211, then B is 223, and C is 227. All right. Next up, we've got issue number 254, and then 256. That takes care of the DC Tarzans. And then on the bottom, we got ourselves an issue number 6 at F. We've got issue number 9 at G. H is 19. I is annual number 3, and J is the Justice League 191. But there you go. All right, bidding begins at 50 cents. So if we get a go, and there you go. If you're in, say hello by all means, and hello to Eric Breen.
Hello.
Hello, Evil Black Cat.
What's up?
And LK.
Good evening.
All righty. Good day today. How about you guys?
No, it's up and down.
Okay.
I like the way my week's been.
Were you on an elevator?
Da-dum-bum-bum.
Going up and down stairs, but there's less evil ginger cat.
Right. I got some big dogs in the mail today, as well as some other $5 books.
Speaking of, I know no one's watching or no to hear it, but is there any books for the wheel today?
There are. Let me snag those. Unfortunately, they're not the ones that originally I had planned. Those did not arrive today. That was the only down part of my day so far.
And some guy named Austin.
So I'm going back to the well. Some of the ones that we've had before that were not chosen, but still are pretty cool. We've got volume 4, book 4 of The Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. There you go. Hello, Austin, and hello to Undead Quinn. And we've got The Call of Cthulhu and Dagon, a graphic novel, and it is H.P. Lovecraft stories. Those are our giveaways for the evening. Every $10 gets you a spot on the wheel, and every 10 people gets another giveaway. And yes, I do have backups to even that. All right, and Austin says, let's take the top row, the DCs.
By the way, you might want to hide those big dogs before Christy Gnome shoots them.
There is a story there, I guess.
Apparently, is it North or South Dakota? I can't remember which Dakota.
I believe she's South Dakota.
Had to shoot, like, one of her dogs went feral and bit like 2 kids, and so she shot it. And half the Republicans have already told her she's got to leave politics, and of course, everybody on the left who have no problem with whatting up to the last minute are outraged. So she's done. But
why? Because she put down a feral dog?
Well,
She's got my vote.
Well,
she shot a dog, and that's all that matters.
She, yeah, the word is feral that really should be bandied about. I mean, come on, everybody. I mean, for
I'm
Christ's
assuming
sake.
it was if it had bitten a second child.
You know what? I'm sorry, but our generation was raised on frickin' Old Yeller. It has to be done.
Yeah, even if they aren't feral, just do it.
Like Fess Parker said, life's a bar. Sometimes the bar gets you. Sometimes you get the bar. Actually, he did say that. Hello to Trusty Sidekick saying, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. But yeah, I agree with Undead Quinn. She did the right thing. She did the right thing. And I'm going to say something I have not yet said in Indiana. I need to turn the heat down, so I'll be right back. Give me just a sec. It's actually hot in here.
Why do you have the heat on? Oh, wait a minute. I know. That's where he's got the heat running. I've got the air running. Tell which one of us is a Florida expat.
yeah. Well, I had the air running earlier, but downstairs it was too cool, so I had to turn it off. So it's the advantage of my little cave down here.
I made the bad decision of craving fries today.
Creating fries?
Craving.
Craving. Yeah. French fries are always a food you want until you're eating them. Okay, these are some of the. Well, go ahead.
Unfortunately for me, satisfying that means going out in the rain.
Yikes! Yikes!
Well, that's just normal in the UK.
This is Weird Western Tales, issue number 69. These are the big dogs that came in. The first two are going to start at 8, and this is, of course, when they come up. We've got the Batgirl issue number something or other variant, issue number 24 variant there. That's then this one will start with the $10 books right here. Gosh darn it, I didn't have time to pull the tags off, but we have the What If Phoenix Had Not Died. And then we've got Brave and the Bold, and that's issue number 113. And that's also going to be a 10, as well as Jack Kirby's Sandman, number 1. And then we've got Spider-Man versus Wolverine. And the Batgirl special. And the next one's going to be a $20 book. Probably could go a little higher, actually, but here is Champions number 1. And then Battlestar Galactica number 1 is a 10, as well as World's Greatest Superheroes DC 100 page special.
That's one of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah, it would be very, 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 very much higher if it wasn't for the tape pull.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Like it's a little rough at the bottom too.
Yeah, and right here.
Because
otherwise that's a $60 or higher. But yeah.
What do you have on it? What are you going to start it at? Wow. 10
in that condition.
Oh, you could.
Well, you think I could go higher?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, Green, when you say that's one of your favorite books of all time, do those include the early writings or
on Stone?
Yeah.
All right. It looks like Austin's got the top of the board. Oh, we've also got a bid on Jay from Jim.
All right.
Like in my
earliest and all.
In the earliest, cave writing, which was, I believe, the first time I said, fuck you.
JLA is actually in good condition, except for it's got a chew right on the bottom. That's why it's in the 50 centers. 191. Otherwise, it's like one of those things where it's like, except for that flaw.
So you could have asked me if I had the Stone tablet variant of that.
That would have been clever. So he would never have thought of that.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. I said he's given me some of the best zingers.
Dude, you should have just taken that zinger. Come on.
No, I said I said it's not fair to say that about somebody that actually is good at what he does.
You're right. Give credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
And
two
making my life
telegraphed there.
miserable is
Brady.
something he's very good at.
Yeah, two telegraphed.
Oh, this is the rejects.
Uh,
And then we've got the top row issues number. The DC Tarzans are going to go to Austin P. Trying to keep my ugly mug out of it, but that's going to fail today. And then the Justice League to Jim. Let's start the official. And apologize if I become a little Tarantino with the feet shots. I'm trying not to do that to you guys because I am sitting on the floor here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty, gang. At A, we've got Thunderbolts, issue number 2. I don't see a creative team on it. And then we've got issue number 15. And this is Busiek, Bagley, and Mana. Is it Bagley or Bagley? Because I've been saying Bagley
I've
forever.
always said Mark Bagley.
Pretty sure that's
And then
number 2
say-
also.
say again.
Pretty sure that they were the team on number 2 also. I think they were there from the beginning.
All right. Then we got issue number 16 with the Great Lake Avengers with the same creative team. And then issue number 18 with the same creative team. All righty. And on E, we have issue number 22. There we go. If it glares like that, just give me a heads up so I'll turn it so people can actually see the cover. There we go. And let's see. Then we have the Incredible Hulk issue 473, continuing the collection from last week. Then we have the Incredible Hulk number 12. This is Jenkins, Garney, and Buscema, which I learned was not Buscema. And then we have the same creative team on issue number 16. And we have Incredible Hulk annual number 19, no creative team. And on J, we have Flashback, the Incredible Hulk. Alrighty, bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go. Alrighty. But anytime I get mail and it's a box of comics, that's a good day. I like that. And tomorrow, for the business, God bless my parents. You're always your parents' child. They sent a card and said, buy stuff you need. I don't know why I made them sound Jewish, but there you go. Just buy stuff you need. It's okay. It's okay, your family. So that was good. We got shelves and all sorts of stuff and bags and backing boards.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
No,
it's kind of oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I love the top row. The Thunderbolts run, especially up to probably like the first 50, was one of my favorite runs. So for people who don't remember or weren't around then, Thunderbolts came out of one of the results of the Heroes Reborn, because the Avengers and Captain America and the like, had quote unquote disappeared from the Marvel universe. Somebody saw an opportunity to create and bring in a new superhero team, unknownst to the public that it's actually made up of a bunch of villains, led by Baron Zemo. But you get this internal strife because two of the people that he brings in, Songbird and the Beetle, basically don't want to be villains anymore, and they see it as an opportunity for redemption. And so you get this really interesting dichotomy. And then there's a third person that gets brought in. Basically, it's the newbie character. She looks almost, you could call her like this version is Jubilee. That was Jolt, that she had no idea, that these people were former villains and what the team was. And, so she's all happy and so proud of being part of a superhero team and this and that. And I think it's, D, their issue, I think that said that was 18. Is the one where she kind of learns the secret of what's going on with the Thunderbolts. And it was great. I loved this run.
There you go, an LK approved series, ladies and gentlemen, for only $5.
Do you love it? But do you love it enough to put $10 on it?
Well,
Well,
I
it's
have all
only-
the
it's-
issues.
It's $5.
I got the run.
You can get 5 books for the price of one modern day comic, ladies and gentlemen. This is LK approved.
More importantly, it's approved by me as well.
Thanks, Eric, for the backup.
You're welcome. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't I think Atlas came around pretty quickly too?
Well, you can see him in. He's there in E there at the end. So
And he fell for Dallas Reardon, and I think he genuinely wanted to turn face. And this had one of the best moments when Hawkeye was had taken over the team, and Hercules finds out that Atlas was, the same guy that almost killed him during the siege, the first siege, not to be confused with the second one, and came basically to kill him. And Hawkeye stopped him, and he said, out of our friendship, I'll hold off. He goes, but make no mistake, that friendship is over. And I think, because back when things that happened in comics had repercussions later on. Remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Marvel doesn't.
Yeah. Well, in this whole time period, too, I mean, the character development for Dr. Carla Sofrin, a.k.a. Moonstone, was fantastic throughout this series, because I mean she starts out basically as the right hand person to Baron Zemo with the Thunderbolt. She's manipulating things. She's basically a master level psychologist and knows how to kind of twist people around. In addition to having the power of the Moonstone, but then especially once things kind of break up, the secret gets discovered, what have you, and then as you said, when Hawkeye comes in and becomes the leader of the team, they basically fall for each other, and she becomes really torn between, okay, do I keep being the villain here, or do I think about becoming a good person, or at least being chaotically neutral, shall we say?
This was a great series.
There was just amazing character development there, and of course, all that has been just completely wiped away. I don't even know what her current state is.
I don't even know if she's being used, but all that got wiped away. Anything that was left, Warren Ellis put the final nails in that coffin. Right after Civil War, when Norman became the leader of the team, and Carla went back to being, full-fledged heel.
Unfortunately, for all the talk up, there's just no interest in the Thunderbirds or the Hulk for right now. So, gonna bring these down and get the next round up. Oops, I crushed my J. And for now, that's not right. That is kind of sad. I mean, you guys were speaking passionate about it. All right, next.
It was the best thing. It was probably it might have been the best thing Marvel was doing in the second half of the 90s.
All righty, next up.
Good stuff.
Let me make sure I've got these in order some way, shape, or form. Okay, yeah, I do. In the way I wanted them here. All right, next up we have Iron Man 310. And apparently there is stuff inside the poly bag. So there you go. And then we've got issue number 311. Facing down the Mandarin. Don't see a creative team yet. Issue number 312 is going to go on C. Continuing that Mandarin story. Then we have annual number 14.
Another polybagged issue.
Yep. And this one, I think this one is polybag, but there's nothing in it. Like it had been opened. One of these are like that. Maybe I should find out. All right, but here's Iron Man number 1. All right, I guess that's Marvel Super Action Hour, the cartoon bit, and then we have Iron Man 293. We have Iron Man 294. And then we have Iron Man 295 and Iron Man 299. And what did I not pick up? Oh, there we go. And we have Marvel Tales, issue number 140, first matchup, Spider-Man versus Doom. This would be higher, but there is a little spine trouble and such. So it's like a roll.
Issue
There we go.
5.
Issue 5. Okie dokies. All right, bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go. And
I would imagine around this time, Len Kaminsky, was that his name, L?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was probably the writer.
probably. I mean, I know he had a run on Iron Man, if I recall.
Yeah, Eric, you won't be disappointed. I said, trust us. It's, like I said, I that was one of the books I really look forward to each month, and I said, like El says, I maybe even, I think it was okay until it turned into Fight Club. That was one of Bill Jamas's brilliant ideas. And then when it came back, they brought the team back, and it had another couple of years. Maybe it wasn't as great as the early stuff, but it was still really good. And then I said, Warren Ellis just turned it into an entirely different book. It wasn't that it was bad, but it wasn't Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts hasn't been the Thunderbolts in 15 years.
Yeah. Well, at that point when Ellis got on the book, that's when it became Norman Osborn's team, and
Right.
it was the kind of dirty ops team of Reform. It was almost kind of like Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
It became, and then they morphed into Dark Avengers when the name Avengers, unlike the beginning of the first decade when having the Avengers on the book was a death sentence, everything started having Avengers on it. And that's
Well, I mean, I will say though, I mean, I did enjoy Moonstone parading around in Carol's old red outfit.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't good. It just was not the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And now nobody that writes not that anybody writes for Marvel knows how to write anything, but I said Thunderbolts. I said if they could, they'd probably put Harley Quinn in it.
Yeah. So for those curious what the get a piece of the action means, they're on both A and E. I can definitely tell you A there. So that is polybagged and includes a 16-page Marvel Action Hour preview and is supposed to have one of 6 randomly inserted acetate character prints. So this was at the time when the Marvel Super Action Hour, which was the half-hour Fantastic Four cartoon and the half-hour Iron Man cartoon, were rolling out, and Marvel was putting a big PR push behind it, and was putting stuff in a polybag to get people to know about the cartoon. So the one on E there, I'm not sure if that's actually showing the 16-page preview on the front there, or if there's another comic behind it.
no, there's only one book in here.
Okay.
But, this is the sealed one.
It is sealed. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently you were supposed to. Yeah. So there is a preview behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's an acetator.
You got a 16-page preview, one of 6 different Marvel Action Hour acetate prints.
Yeah.
A proof of sales redeemable for a special acetate something or other.
Print.
Too late for that, but so yeah, but still, hey, it's only $1. All right. Okay, let me shut that up. There you go.
Oh, that's a separate acetate. Yeah, so proof of
This
sale
one is open.
redeemable for a special acetate print. Not available anywhere else. Sweepstakes entry information. See the back for details. So yes, you could have won something.
Yeah, at the time.
And let's see. So that was Marvel Action. No, brought one. Let me see. Is that Marvel Action Universe? No. Aha. Yep. Yeah. So Yeah, so the one there, there is Marvel Action. It's called Marvel Action Hour Iron Man #1. So it has the same 16 page preview. So in that one, basically had the same team more or less that you would kind of see in the cartoons. It says it features Iron Man, Hawkeye, Spider-Woman, War Machine, U.S. Agent, Scarlet Witch, and Sentry, who I don't recall at all.
That's right. Who don't you recall?
Sentry?
Alrighty, and
he
it-
was a guy who looked like a stone.
There we go. It looks like 2 in a row. No bids, no interest. All right. Let's see. Here we go. All right, drop this. And let's see.
Yeah. That's a good question, Undead Quinn. I don't know. I don't think so, but Breen,
What?
do the comics rot in those poly bags?
I have seen a ton of those books from the 90s when there's so much shit shows coming polybag, and I've had to break stuff out of there, and doesn't seem to be any damage.
The poly bags, the worst I've seen is if they're kept in bad condition, the poly bag gets weak and kind of grainy, but I've never seen them destroy the comic. What I have seen is if you have them, like if you have a whole bunch of poly bags and they're pressed in all the books are tight in one box, then there can be a line on the back of the comic. So if you do have poly bags, you definitely want them in the backboards. You don't want them too tight. Next up, guys, we've got Tarzan #13 from Marvel Comics. And then we have Tarzan #14. All right. Next up, we have Tarzan #20. And we have Tarzan #218 from DC. And we have Tarzan #229 from DC. Yep. And then we have issue #239. And here is issue #240. 241. 257. And issue #258. Bidding begins at $1 each. As soon as LK says go.
I was going to say there's a lot of books that were polybagged in the early 90s that would have benefited from rotting.
But then where would you get your Deadpool trading card?
Yeah. That's because that makes it all worth it.
Well, if only maybe those 10% of those X-Force #1s survive, then maybe I would be able to.
If only 10%, there'd still be 1 million.
Yeah, well, 800,000, give or take a couple.
Yeah.
Kids, this I don't know what you're waiting for here. If we've got any bidders, Tarzan, the DC Tarzan I liked. The Marvel Tarzan, I started reading that for the first time since I bought them OTR in '77, and I'd forgotten how good it was because there was a continuing story. I can't remember if DC had more than like 2 issues at a time, but the first 5 Tarzans I read all tied together. And I said, that's $1 a piece, definitely worth it, and then some.
Well, and especially, look how ripped those Marvel covers, especially see there. Although the arms in it, I think I finally kind of made out where his arm went. He went underneath, up and under and over the.
Yeah, he's sleeper holding a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah, it's a good way for it. But at first, if you just quickly glance at it, it's like, God, his arm's got a claw. What's going on?
I am now noticing what you meant by that.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second here.
So, but yeah, definitely good stuff. Who do you think did those covers, Breen?
First glance, I would say, yikes.
No.
Until the lights went out.
I would imagine Buscema on the Marvels.
Oh, let's see.
Nope. I like the bright light of the kitchen, but it kind of washes the books out a little bit.
Well,
I guess when I get my stands, I'll be able to play around with the light a little bit more.
yeah.
All right. Yep. Come on. Do we have any Tarzan lovers out there? Somebody have picked these up as well as the ones that are coming up.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the number on those Marvel Tarzans?
Issues number 13, 14, and 20.
Let's see. 13. Let's see. Script by Roy Thomas. Pencils, inks, and covers by John Buscema. There you go. The discerning eye of one Eric Breen again. Although 14 has pencils by Buscema and the looks like inks by Ernie Chua on the cover. Klaus Johnson did the interior with Buscema.
Yeah, so I guess he was Chua at Marvel and Shan at DC. Because that fooled him.
You mean it's not two separate people?
Sure, it sure was.
As far as the England team's concerned, it was all Timothy Lynn.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, here's what's interesting, though. So Tarzan number 20 also had pencils by Buscema, but it was Sal Buscema on the interiors. And that cover is actually a Dave Cockrum cover on issue 20. So if you're a Dave Cockrum fan, there's a really solid cover for you to pick up.
Well, is that the one where, which one's 20?
C, the one with the lion. Or
That would explain the man on beast bondage.
Saying Cockrum had a fetish?
Why, yes, I am. He and George Perez probably went to a kink show or two together.
Yeah, but at least they kept it, private. They weren't out there like God, the creators today. Ugh.
Oh, that's almost. I hope I can almost hear the quotes on in the way you said creator.
Yeah.
Alrighty. One more.
All right.
This is the third lot in a row that's hitting
There's not be anybody here yet that did.
goose eggs. Well, like I said, it's not like we don't do this every week.
But I said, they're not obligated to show up every week. I said,
No.
so maybe people might start rolling in.
Well, they got.
maybe I should start again maybe I should start at 9:00 again. I don't know. Go figure. But yeah, freaking number 3 hitting the floor. Alrighty. So far, $2. We've had Austin P picked up some 50 center Tarzans, and we've got Incredible Hulk number 2, and we've got Byrne, Garney, and Green. So I'm gonna guess this thing is well made if it's got John Byrne's name on it. And there's issue number 3. So we've got issue number 2, issue number 3. Here's issue number 4. We have Hulk issue number 5. Alrighty, and E says Ordway, Garney, and Buscema. There you go. And then we have issue number 10 with Ordway, Friends, and Buscema. Whoops. And next up, we have issue number 11, Ordway, Garney, and Buscema. And then we have Jenkins, Garney, and Buscema on issue number 15. And then we have the 99 annual for Hulk. And finally, filling everything out, we've got the Immortal Hulk number 48. Bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's an example of, we complain about creators not staying on books. I mean, John Byrne didn't even last 6 issues.
Yeah, it was, well, two two have always been like Bashima is on damn near all of them, and even the annual is Byrne in weeks. It's almost like they took a little time off the regular to write the annual.
Yeah,
But
No, I think John did like the one arc and said, "I'm out of here." Or one of the times he got ticked off at Marvel and skedaddled. In a good old everyman, Jerry Ordway stepped in to fill in, which is what he was best at.
That's kind of odd because John Byrne is not a guy who's known for his temper.
No, not at all.
He's known for the aftermath, but not so much the temper itself.
Yeah, it wasn't unprecedented because he'd left the Hulk after 6 issues before.
Yeah,
I think that's about the time he got the Superman gig and said, "Later, bitches."
That was a smart decision.
Oh, it worked out great for everybody because it gave us Peter David within a year.
mm-hmm.
And so we were getting great Superman and great Incredible Hulk.
Yep. And part of that great Superman, got to give a nod to Jerry Ordway.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and another to George Perez.
A couple years in, I think by the time he had anything to do with Superman, Byrne might have already been gone.
I think he took over for Byrne on the main title. Maybe Byrne was working on Adventures.
Well, Byrne was actually writing and drawing Action Comics and Superman. Adventures was Marv Wolfman and Jerry Ordway. And Stern came on at some point, and I know Perez did some Action Comics when they came off of the weekly format, which would have put that at some time in 1988. And I think Byrne had left by then. But it doesn't matter. I said he was definitely part of it because they took what he started and ran with it. And I said we got about 10 or 12 great years of Superman as a result.
Okie dokies.
Are we counting blue and red in those great years? Because I doubt they should fall in them.
Superman Blue and Red?
It's easy to shit on those, but that was like a tribute to an old Silver Age story anyway. And that was about 10 or 11 years in. But because it didn't drag out too long. And I think it started falling apart in the early 2000s when Jeff Johns and Mark Waid started taking everything that Byrne, Wolfman, and Stern had done and dismantling it.
Oof.
Yeah, but you can't blame them because it was a higher up thing because they wanted it.
All right, let's get these down.
They
This
want
is
the-
third lot in a row. Not even a buck. All right, first 3 lots of the day.
They were the higher ups that had the clout to do that.
No, the even higher ups wanted the books to feel more like the movies because they were doing the Donner cut, and then the Superman Returns with Brandon Routh.
Well, there were no movies between the 4th Christopher Reeve and that one, but by that time it didn't matter. I said he was all the way back to being the sniveling Clark Kent. So maybe there's something to that, but
Yeah, because
Right.
the movies were coming out.
We're gonna start the $2 books this time. These didn't do too good last time, but here we go. We have Tarzan issue number 213, and then we have issue number 214, and here we have issue number 219. There we go, and then we have issue number 228. We have Tarzan number 236. And then we have Tarzan number 243. And issue number 245. All DC Tarzans here. We have issue number 246, 247s, And well, not all. I had to fill this out, so we have issue number 180 of Marvel Tales featuring the Rhino. Alrighty, bidding begins at $2 each as soon as LK says go. Alrighty,
And which would put DC in the same company as Marvel, as not understanding that they are two different audiences.
okay, we do have a bid on F.
What the Tarzan audience versus the
No.
or which audience are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about changing everything about Superman to fit the movie. As I've said for years, comic book fans will go watch the movies, but you don't go, oh, I saw this great superhero movie, I want to start reading the comics. Doesn't work both ways, very rarely.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hate it that we've had all these years of both companies trying to retrofit their characters into the movie versions, and it just does damage, the irreparable damage to them.
I mean, DC did like one of the main issues, like the sniveling Clark Kent, is they went too far to explain something too trivial, like everyone accepted, which was the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said all I'll say about, and then they undid it in New 52 for a while, but it said the way they re-nerded up Clark, no way does Lois Lane marry him.
Yeah, so basically the idea for the sniveling Clark Kent is because Superman as well as Supergirl, like their eyes are like extremely blue, which basically humans don't have that chromosome or the DNA structure to create that blue shade of eye color. So to prevent the fact people knowing that he's an alien, he wears the glasses and avoids eye contact and everything, is just because like people don't look into his eyes. Literally, that was Mark Waid's big idea.
Well, Mark Waid has some really bad ideas. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Because I said we're talking about a character that I said it's like the Phineas and Ferb Perry the Platypus without the hat on. He's just a regular platypus. Yeah, say with Clark Kent and his glasses. I mean, it's comics. You go with it.
Austin P had issue number 243 at F, and once again, holy Toledo.
All those Joe Kubert Tarzans go by the wayside.
Yeah. Well, we only have 8 people watching now, which is unusual for an auction, but yeah, wow.
It wouldn't have gone by the wayside if LK had have coughed up the $27 for it.
This is kind of, I don't know, this is kind of telling. I was speaking on advertisement and getting word out before all the auctions and so forth and so on. And
okay, just moved A and B.
Yeah.
So again,
Austin will take A and B.
okay. But if advertising and mentioning and posting beforehand did not do very much this week, as a matter of fact, it seems to have driven people away here. Alrighty. All right, I got you down to 13 and 214, 213 and 214. Alrighty. I wonder if it was. See, now I'm thinking to myself, which means I'm thinking out loud, which is never good. All right, that goes over here, and because also I'm wondering, I showed off books. Is it like, okay, I'll stay away. Let's see. Next up, we have. Are we still on the $2? No, we're on the $3. All right. If you could pop that banner up, please, sir. Boom. Don't forget Geeky is live show. He doesn't take that many viewers. Boom. Alrighty. We got the $3 going. All right. Next up, we have The Return of Aladdin, Jafar's Revenge. That's issue number 1. And we have issue number 2. And we have X-Men 300. There we go. A little shiny. Next up, we have Tarzan, issue number 231, a 100-page special. There you go. It does have the spine ticks and bending thing that normally happens during wear and tear of these things. That's why it's in the $3. And then we have Tarzan number 238. There we go. Next up, we have Justice League issue number 221. And here is Justice League issue number 243. And Justice League issue number 246. Number 247. And finally, we have Justice League issue number 252. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go. Boom.
So, yeah, Austin. So, as far as I can see here, that basically the DC Tarzans were a Joe Kubert project. It seems like kind of basically his love was war stories and Tarzan.
Yeah, he did a 6-issue Punisher arc with Chuck Dixon.
Oh, that would be interesting. I mean,
I think it was in War Zone.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten about it, and now I'm trying to find him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just his style would work so well with a Punisher story.
So this lot features 4 Justice Leagues from the very underrated Detroit version.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there better be no mumbling under your breath there. Okay. There's no dissent here.
No dissent. I was pulling this up because Austin is trying to ask for a description, and
I can't see the covers. I'm in the car using voice comment. Describe the Justice League books. Okay, they're 8-inch by 11. Now we have issue number 221, which is Firestorm is underneath the paws of some cat lady, and Superman, Hawkman, and Flash are all scratched up. We have Amazo with issue number 243 being attacked by Aquaman and Mira while he's holding the Detroit Justice League, as well as Zatanna. And then apparently they're being kicked out by somebody in a yellow armor with an eviction notice on their Detroit hideout in number 246. 247 has Tentacle Porn and Vixen. And 252, a devil-like creature is fighting, and his demons are fighting the Justice League, including Batman and Elongated Man.
I think.
And right now, Jim has a bid on the Justice League. No love for the Tarzans, the X-Men, or the Aladdin. Yeah, boy.
I think the cat lady and the far left one is Vixen.
yes,
This one?
Yeah.
That's a version of Vixen?
Yeah, that's Vixen.
Oh, okay.
I
haven't
know.
read it
I'm pretty sure she
decades.
was on the team. She was on the team around that point.
I think that's a villain because she joined the Detroit team, and that was like 10 issues later.
Let's see. Okay,
Well,
221 characters.
Yeah, it wasn't the one before it, like the lion guy. It was like some
That's not
half breeds.
I don't think.
Yeah,
So,
I think that was the villains.
It might be Rena.
Let me look it up.
'Cause I don't-
And
I
we
don't
are
know if
finding out the information for you, kids.
I don't think Vixen.
Oh no, that's not Vixen. Because of the shading, I can see like this character looks nothing like Vixen.
Yeah, well, and then 222, she's more prominent on there. So yeah, I think the character's called Rena. Deadlier than the male is one of the taglines on it.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
Austin says 350.
Even the past can't be safe from modern.
350
comics.
on H. Okie dokies.
And then X-Men 300, is that, I mean, that was when you had, because around 300, that was when you had Objectiveless X-Men #1, I believe, or no, was that do we know, was that until 311?
Not quite sure. And like I said, I know it's shiny. I haven't read X-Men 300 since it came out.
Yeah,
That was around the time I was really starting to get out of Marvel stuff the first time. Shiny. Let's see. Anything else? Nope. Okie dokie.
Let's see.
Right now, Austin's got H. Jim has F, G, and I. No love for the Aladdin, the X-Men, or Tarzan.
Yeah. Well, I thought the Aladdin might be a bit of a tough sell here. Let's see.
I didn't. I actually thought the Aladdin would go instant, but I thought Amy would be here.
Let's see. X-Men Anniversary Spectacular Legacy, story by Scott Lobdell, art and cover by John Romita Jr. and Dan Green. So, tired of simply reacting, the X-Men decide to take the fight to their enemies. It's all-out mutant action as the Uncanny X-Men battle Magneto's acolytes with the fate of mankind hanging in the balance. Plus, Nightcrawler returns to the pages of X-Men, and one member of the X-Cast contracts the lethal Legacy virus. Note, an unknown percentage of the print run was produced with the foil design misaligned. We do not differentiate between the two, but any slabbed copies listed here with misaligned foil noted on the label will have a notation. Okay. So that is basically that's a triple size issue.
I would love to meet somebody that had an X-Men 300 slabbed.
Well,
you know what? There are people who slab everything.
My comic shop has 3 for sale.
Jim
right
says 3 on C. The X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, according to this, it's 68 pages.
Okay, now there is a variant of this. Like if you look on the bottom, on some you'll find that it printed wrong, so the X's are off center with each other.
That's the misalignment I think they're talking about. So, but it doesn't really it doesn't affect the price at all.
I don't know if it's going to matter to who's here at the moment, but $3 for a 100-page Tarzan is a hell of a bargain.
Yeah, so $3 for a 100-page Tarzan from 1970s, or even the 60-page or whatever it was.
Yeah, I said both of those. I said those. Yeah, but I mean, I am a huge mark for both like the Giants and the 100 pages. Mm-hmm. But there's no. I mean, they're all good stories. And they're all. I mean, I don't think they go back. I don't think they had the rights to any of the Dell or Gold Key stuff. So
yeah.
Well, like you said before in another live stream.
Yeah, if you'd like to know, so D, technically it's a 96-page giant. The new stories, Tarzan and the Lion Man Part 1, script and art by Joe Kubert. Then there is a Korak in the Ancient Awakes story by Bob Kanigher and art by Alex Nino. And then you've got reprints of a story called Congo Bill and Safaris for Sale, Tarzan and the Deadly Dangers of Pal Udon, art by Russ Manning, Simba, the Jungle Boy, and My Enemy in My Jungle, and The Return of Detective Chimp, with script by John Broome, pencils by Carmine Infantino, inks by Frank Giacola.
I guess they were allowed to use some of the Tarzan did do some time at Gold Key, didn't he?
Believe
remember DC continued the numbering from
I lost train of thought. We'll come back.
So that's the 100-page giant.
Oh, that's the 97, 98, 99, 200 are the covers. So if you see a 48 page or 52 page, it's the same thing. It's just the 48 page doesn't count the covers as 4 pages. The 52 pagers do.
Gotcha. Oh, and why they refer to it as a 96 pager.
Well, yeah, but 100 pages sounds better, so they just count the covers as the 4 extra pages.
Yeah, but it's just funny though how they put that in my comic shop, and then a few issues down that it says, "Oh, 100-page giant." It's like, okay, what changed?
Nothing.
But yeah, no, but yeah, I mean Scott Lobdell. I mean, there are some good things he did, and then I know there's a lot of people that don't necessarily like his X-Men run. I honestly would have to go back and read those again back in the day.
My favorite thing he did, I think, was his run on Gen 13 when Ed Benes was his artist.
Yeah.
And it was a really good kind of like pop culture satire.
All right, let's get these down and get the next round up. No Love for Aladdin and Tarzan. And Jim's got the X-Men. All right. Get these. I'm going to put these out because, like I said, when the Lester sisters get done with their reading, they might want those Aladdin. Here we go. And let's see if I remember this. Jim has the X-Men and issues 221, 243, 247, and 250, I believe it was 6. There we go. And
well, no, he would have F, G, and I.
Now was Lobdell the one that responsible for
no Love for J.
Yeah, no Love for J.
No Love for J. Okay.
Lucian?
And then Austin had H.
Yeah, but don't tell him. I mean, let him keep his illusions. Alrighty, and considering how badly it got beaten before, I don't know why I should keep bringing these out. But here we have from Marvel Comics, Tarzan number 4. And we have Tarzan number 5. And here is Tarzan number 7. There we go. We've got Tarzan number 8. And I got to actually scooch. There we go. We've got Tarzan number 10. And Tarzan number 11. We have Tarzan number 16. Tarzan number 17. We have Tarzan number 18. And just to fill us out here with a cover from the movie, we have Swamp Thing number 2. Saga of the Swamp Thing number 2. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as OK says go. Alrighty.
Okay.
Bum bum.
Well, now you get the Marvel flavor, which I'm going to guess probably most of those are Roy Thomas scripted books.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Do we have some Tarzan fans? Bum, bum. Wow, I bet on the I bet big and not coming away too well on the Tarzans.
No, not so far. But...
well, sold a few to Austin picked up a few. He's getting to know the book a little bit here. Boom, boom. Alrighty, and let's see what we had. Jim and Austin P.
I thought I just saw recently that somebody was going to do a new Tarzan.
Was it Tinian? Because we learned what's his name? SG or whatever his name is that did the Zorro. Holy shit, was that bad?
Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy.
No.
There was a Tarzan 6-issue series last year from Dan Jurgens and an artist that looks like John Buscema and Jack Geis had a child. and which was very, very good. And I think there it was open ended for a sequel,
Yeah.
but it was set later in his life. It was set in the 50s, but it would have been as if he had, it aged from like the beginning of the character when Edgar Rice Burroughs started writing. Because the character was like in his late 60s by then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's but like I said, if you didn't read that, you go get that. It's very good.
Hmm.
It was published through I want to say Dark Horse.
Wasn't it Dynamite?
I was gonna say it might
Dynamite,
have been Dynamite
Yeah.
because I know they've been doing Sheena and
Yeah, well, Tarzan's the best that they've done.
those.
Although I will say, for old licensed characters, Mad Cave came through pretty good with Dick Tracy.
I just started reading that. Holy crap! That's
Yeah,
so far so good.
I will fully admit I was pleasantly surprised how
Yeah, it was
dark
Dynamite.
that Dick Tracy was. I did not expect it to be as violent.
Yeah, and and like I said, The Creature from the Black Lagoon started really strong. So I mean, it was a good week for that kind of. Actually, it's a good week for everybody but Marvel and DC. Although I liked Ultimate Spider-Man 4 a hell of a lot more than the boys over on Thinking Critical.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, as I said, I posted my thoughts on it, and so I can understand why it wouldn't hit them. It all comes down to if you're really into the story or not.
Right.
And as I say, it was funny. After I got done with it, I went back, I pulled one of the most recent issues of Rainbow Rowell's She-Hulk just to look in comparison. Because again, that's another issue. It's where She-Hulk and Jack of Hearts have taken this vacation up to this, space hotel basically, and it's still mostly all just talking, and She-Hulk, crying at a bar because Jack of Hearts, lost love showed up and all this other garbage.
Again, was it Marcy Kane?
What?
The Lost Love.
No, it's some space alien that helped Jack of Hearts when he was had exiled himself away from from Earth and all this stuff.
Well, Marcy Kane was revealed to be an alien, also though.
Okay. Well, I don't know. But
and the sad part is that writer is going to be working in a book called Action Comics in a few months.
oh, I know. Well, she's going to be doing a backup story of some of no notoriety.
Did I miss what they put in front of it?
What was that?
Did I miss what they put in front of it?
Action ending. It's with Gail Simone's going to be doing the main story, so your mileage may vary. But anyways, I just finish up the thought. It was so night and day in terms of not just the dialogue, but the panel usage and the dynamic movement in the panels. Because the She-Hulk one would be like maybe 3 panels and a whole bunch of word bubbles. Whereas here, for the dialogue, a lot of times that 9-panel layout worked really well because each panel was different and just kind of like move the dialogue along.
I said I get where they might have a problem, but I think Jim put it best there, because in this version of Peter Parker, it's been more about his personal life. He's only been Spider-Man for a few weeks.
Yeah,
and if you can do something well, I don't mind a talk issue, even 2 out of the first 4, if they're well done, and both of these have been. And surprisingly, I said, Wes didn't like the first one much, didn't like the 4th one much, liked the 2nd and 3rd. So it's I guess it's what you look for. I've been reading Spider-Man for more years than he's been alive, so I've seen it all. So I don't. This is kind of new.
Yeah, and And I thought Messina's art worked really, really well for it as well. His style there reminded me of kind of a cross between Greg Land and Terry Dodson.
Yeah. Also, you have to take a note that this isn't just like read on the spot. This is supposed to go on for years on end. Like the story is supposed to be read and again and
Holy
again.
crap, we're burning through this auction here, guys. All right,
So-
next up we have Sham Comics. This is issue number 2. These okay, if you want to describe them.
I will. I don't that one, but I can describe them in general.
And here we have Sham Comics number 3. And we have Sham Comics number 4. Next up, we have Richie Rich and the Vault of Mystery, and this is issue number 3.
Ooh.
There we go. And here we have Kid Colt Outlaw, issue number 92. There we go. Cover chair on the top. And then we have Garth Ennis's The Punisher, book 1.
And that's
And we have
right?
Marvel Tales, issue number 153, reprinting the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. And then we have issue 143, reprinting the first appearance of the Lizard. And we have issue number 158, reprinting the first appearance of the Scorpion. And finally, we have Web of Spider-Man issue 42, where Mary Jane is hired to do nudes. Alrighty. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go.
Okay, the Sham Comics. They take Golden Age stories and rework the dialogue. I think you know where that's going. But I'll give you an example. Like, do you remember the insult that made a man out of Mac as where the kid gets bullied on the beach and he sends away for the Charles Atlas?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in this version, he sends away for a tire iron and beats the guy to death with it. While the girl on the beach just looks on horrified. If you like that kind of humor, that's the best $15 you're going to spend tonight. It's just crass enough. To where it works for me. But they're pretty. I mean, all the ads look like the real thing, but they're all fake and kind of vulgar. But you'll definitely get some laughs.
Who puts them out, Breen?
I don't know. I know there's a guy. I think the guy might actually live around here because a couple of people where I work say the guy's a dick, but the books are funny. So
I mean, they say that about all the geniuses.
Yeah. And Austin's saying he doubts that Mary Jane did nudes because he sees that comics code of authority stamp there on a Web of Spider.
Well, Big Barda and Superman really didn't do a porno either, but hey, that one's popular.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so just no interest today.
Yeah, nothing yet. I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, if you want good down and dirty Punisher, that's the book to get. That was the Marvel Knights era, Garth Ennis. Really can't go wrong with that. Austin, he's not procrastinating. $5 on Jay. So
all right.
I can't remember
which the stamp. He is going for it.
We all know why.
That's which Punisher series that is.
I think that's Punisher Max by Ennis.
No, it's the Marvel Knights. I can tell from the logo in the top left.
It actually says Knights.
It's not the first issue of Welcome Back, Frank, is it?
It might be.
If it is, then it's got my highest recommendation.
I think that's Venkman approved too.
Well, I turned him onto it.
Yeah, I know it's in a box for me somewhere because I was big on those Marvel Knights books.
Yes, that is welcome back, Frank.
Yeah, that's first of a 12-part story that I said there's not a single issue that I didn't laugh out loud.
Is
And
the artist Steve Dillon?
I think Dylan did all 12 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm asking E because he can
I
see.
can see Dylan under Ennis there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says Dylan and Palmiotti.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the first issue of Welcome Back, Frank.
I said that the scene at the zoo is just priceless.
But for $5, you can have it.
And I don't think they go to the zoo in issue 1, but it'll whet your appetite. You'll want them all. Just like, and as I said, if you like your parodies with a little spice, try out one of those shams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they actually have the quote here from Garth Ennis. He says, "The Punisher is just a cold-blooded guy who kills criminals because he hates the fact they're alive. He's not out for redemption in any way. He just does what he does. He doesn't worry about the superhero code of ethics. He's a massive thug who machine guns people, then machine guns some more. Then he's got an hour free, so he goes to find some drug dealers and machine guns them."
I think he's got a Punisher series coming out this week, doesn't he? Get Fury.
Get furries.
Which I'm surprised that Marvel's letting him do that series. With Frank Castle, because he's bad and everything.
All right, let's get the next one. I thought definitely the Richie Rich would go, but well, there we go. We had just the J Web of Spider-Man 42 going to Austin, and alrighty. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we've got Fantastic Four issue number 223, and these are in really, really good shape. Here we have issue number 226. Next up, we have Fantastic Four issue number 228. Okay, next up, we have Fantastic Four 229.
Hey, that looks familiar.
And we have issue number 230. And we have issue number 231. And we have 232. And we have 238. And here we have issue number 250. And we have issue number 274. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go. Right. There we go. And let me get this down for Austin. Boom. Oh, and how are we doing here? Oh, I sold some books at the F89, the booth today, as well as a couple of CDs and this is book. Just random book for $1.
So this flea market where you're set up, have you had a chance to walk around to the other booths and stuff?
Oh yeah. Actually, one guy is feeding me. He puts out books for enough that I could sell them here and in my booth. So that's where I got the Tarzans from. So there's a lot of there's some toys there. There's one thing I thought of actually picking up and bringing in are those paperback adaptations of movies from the 1970s and 80s. I thought that is kind of cool. I just want them for myself. And I always think, well, maybe I could sell. I always think that it's like, but no, those won't go over. But one guy had like the Goonies and Battlestar Galactica and all those early 80s novelizations they used to put out. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And then Austin is up to 16. He's got himself 2 spots on the board. Jim has, they're the only 2 bidders, by the way. Jim and Austin today are the only 2 bidders. That's been a problem. Actually, it's been a problem for a few weeks now. So we'll see how it goes. That's why I was wondering if I should just do claim sales. You know, maybe auctions are passe. I've seen a lot of people doing claim sales now instead of doing an auction. Just, I mean, it's kind of shitty because if somebody says, "Oh, I want A," and then the next guy who says A is out of luck. But I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe the word claim sale would get more people in. But the thing is, you know, for the first hour, we only had 8 people watching on a show that's been going for 3 years, which in all honesty is actually, that's just par for the course. Or because even like when we did Jeopardy, the first show had far many viewers than the last one. It's just, that's how it's been. I've never had a show increase, you know, even the comic book Thunderdome and such. People, what happens, I think, is when with the participations is people get scared of doing it because, oh, well, I won't do good at that. And then they just don't. And it's like, okay, well, I'll stop doing that anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Also,
thing.
it could be because of the fact that this is near the end of the month and Wallace are running
Maybe,
dry.
but well, it's, you know, it's not even, we're not even getting viewers of people who just want to hang out and chat. And that's the, you know, that's the that thing. So, you know, you just,
Maybe they have better things to do on the Saturday night.
maybe so. But then, you know,
Yeah.
when do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say too. I mean, you know,
Because then the thing is then when do you do it? Because the same thing happens when I moved it to Tuesdays. Oh, well, it's not the weekend was was what you guys said. So,
No, I'm saying like,
you know, I mean, that's literally something you said. Well, it's not the weekend. So yeah, it's Saturday night, or is it not the weekend? You know, we've heard it. So I don't know. Let's see. We've got 1, 2.
more like the hangout than anything. Like, if they're not bidding, they don't want to hang out like here on Saturday night. If they're bidding, it's a reason to be here.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
No, it could be that. Also, I mean, you know, I hate saying it, just but the YouTube algorithm and all that crap is so fickle, and you know, being away for a couple weeks because of the move, you know, take time for people to find it again.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. But I did put out feelers as well. It's one of those things. It's like, hey, you should. I kept being told, you should advertise it. You should put out word about it. I did, and this is the worst. This is the worst that we've had for a long time. All right, kids. Next up, we have the big dogs. We have Fantastic Four, 278 and 279. And then we have Classic Illustrated, Moby Dick with Bill Sienkiewicz. I can never say his name right. There we go. We have
Say
Five
the
Will Go
word think and say the word cabbage.
Yeah, Five Will Goes West, #1. And we have Giant Size Supervillain Team Up, #1. Alrighty. And we have Marvel Tales, #12. All right. There we go. And then on the bottom row, we've got Fantastic Four #234 and 235.
Good stuff.
We have issue #268. Here is issue #252 with tattoos. Boy Commandos #1 by Joe Simon. Well, it's a Simon and Kirby creation is what it says under there. And then Walt Disney's Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. All righty. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go.
There we go.
The character on C has a very sad ending where he gets car bombed.
Oh, and Fievel goes west. What is he? Is he Northern Irish?
No. He's Jewish and Mickey Mouse didn't like it.
Oh no.
That I am referring to a Family Guy skit.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there. So, yeah, I highly recommend all the Fantastic Fours up there. Those are pretty much all, especially the bottom row, all John Byrne stories. Good stuff. He had a great take on the Fantastic Four.
I'd go for the Classic Illustrated. I remember these books back in the 90s. They were just well done. They were really well done. I like those. That and the Marvel Tales would be the two I would go for. How about you, Eric?
D, E would probably be my first two picks.
D
Just
and
because,
E.
yeah, I mean, I look at things that both as a reader and as a collector. I mean, I love the Byrne run, but the Giant Size Supervillain team up, that's the beginning of their association with this go round of it. And the 25-cent Marvel Tales there's a blast.
Yeah.
A lot of old Marvel in there, but
It says plus the Torch and the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete, Thor versus the Cobra and Wasp and in action against somebody. So there you go. So it's not just the front Spidey story. You get some other characters too.
Yeah, the Wasp is usually her narrating a story. For some underprivileged kids, and the Thor have been very early Journey into Mystery, and the Strange Tales from the very beginning of the Human Torch run.
Yeah. So Janet would be there telling a tale of the Avengers, or
no, it'd be like it could be like Jack of the Beanstalk or something.
Oh.
It's just
Okay.
yeah. Zach is asking, what issue is H? That is 252. And that is the
Yeah, it's
whole issue.
it's
Is the whole
go
issue?
ahead.
I can't remember. Is it just the cover?
whole issue.
Yeah.
and I remember there's a reason why it's in the Big Dogs Beyond the tattoos, but one of the things is it's got tattoos in it, and apparently this was a thing, and they got that didn't happen with all of them, and a lot of them got messed up and ripped out. So that's what makes.
Well, yeah, they had tattoos in Spider-Man 238, which was also conveniently the first Hobgoblin. I don't know how much that affects the value because the book itself is over 500 now anyway. But
Yeah. Well, and I think it's also too just the fact that the entire issue is printed sideways, except for the advertisements and the letter page. So just the novelty. Of
yeah,
that.
yeah. Because I'm trying to remember I don't know if anybody had done that before that. I know Liefeld, I think, did it with an X-Force after that at some point, but
Yeah, there's been a few after that, but I don't recall any before that doing that.
And we have a question about the books.
All right. What is H?
Yeah, it's issue
Yeah,
issue
we
number
just-
252, Zach.
Yeah. There we go. Get that reflection of the camera in there. And that right there is really what makes it the Big Dog. So,
Mm-hmm.
boom. All right, we got 15 on H from Zach.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, Eric, did you read the Duke miniseries?
No, I'm not a G.I. Joe or the Energon things. Just I was too late for all that, and I'm not going to go back.
So
I mean, in
haven't
general,
been reading all of them, but I had picked up Duke and Cobra Commander, and so I read through the whole miniseries today. And God, that was really good.
I've heard that's
enjoyable.
I've never had any attachment to G.I. Joe or Transformers, even in the 80s. So it's just it just isn't for me.
Yeah.
Even though I know I would like it, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, what I love too is there's a splash page in issue 3 where basically Duke and Stalker and Rock and Roll and the Baroness have to basically fight out of the pit because Major Blood and Cobra forces, Mars forces, descended to try and capture and take out Duke. And it's a splash page that shows what was the name of the tank? Basically, the tank, the Sky Striker, and the APC. And it basically looked like my toys come to life. I mean, it was. I was so tempted, just to go run down to the storage closet here in the garage and pull open the trunk and go get the 3 things and set them out. It was such a cool page, and there were a few other things. It was like, oh yeah, that's a bat. And, oh yeah, this is cool.
Cat.
Yeah.
You said that some people might have better things to do on a Saturday night. LK is never going to be one of them.
No, I am way past that. I am so even beyond nerdom. I mean,
I think that's great. But like I said, I've never developed an attachment to this character, so I wouldn't know a Decepticon from a Cobra Commander. So it just doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, I will say though, I think that at least this series, because it's not directly tied into the previous lore and continuity of the original G.I. Joe title, that's all Larry Hama's stuff. That it's pretty accessible for anybody who's not familiar with G.I. Joe.
I don't doubt that. And I really like that when you think of 5 years ago, we had Mags Masaggio
That has H, the rest of them hit the floor.
Literally a transitioning transformer.
Yeah.
And we had fat lesbian G.I. Joes. And it seems like the industry might finally be, at least to some degree, recognizing that they need to sell books again. And that, at least for now, fans are winning. And when it comes to Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Well, again, it really does help that you've got somebody that, appears to really have a love for those characters and those properties. Now, of course, you turn around and you've got an upcoming Scarlet miniseries by Stephanie Phillips.
No, it's not Stephanie Phillips. It's Kelly Thompson.
Oh.
Okay, kids. Next up, we have Spider-Man Wolverine, issue number 1. All right.
And LK has got the English virus.
I've got these. I get these backwards here. So, Batgirl number 24. This is the. I forgot the artist, but
Joshua Middleton.
Thank you, Middleton variant. All right. Next up, we have Weird Western Tales starring Scalp Hunter. This is issue number 69. These two start at 8, and the rest start at 10 on the top. And we have What If Phoenix Had Not Died? That's issue number 27.
Which
and then
time?
we have what?
Which time?
What are we talking about?
Said which time?
Oh, I thought all I heard was number 9 of. Okay,
Yeah.
Then we have Brave and the Bold, issue number 113, and the Spider-Man Wolverine number 1 on the bottom row. Once again, 8. They start at 10, and then there's only one book that is not 10 here. We've got Sandman number 1.
The good
That's-
Sandman.
Then we have Batgirl Special, the last Batgirl before she gets shot and becomes Oracle. Champions number 1, that's the $20 book. Then we have Battlestar Galactica number 1. And finally, DC's The World's Greatest Superheroes. This is DC 100 Super Spectacular number 6. It's got tape pull, problem on the spine here and here and here, and that's why it's well, you say I could go higher, but I'm going to go at 10. So there you go. All righty, bidding begins as soon as LK says go.
I will talk about a couple of these in a second, but sort of real quick. LK, I saw something from Kelly Thompson recently where she was talking about a series that Marvel wanted her to do with a female character, and she goes, "Can I give her problems?" And I said, "No, Mary Sue." Torn Grumbeck had the same thing happen to her at Marvel.
Yeah,
So-
Kelly Thompson actually openly talks about having that issue with her Captain Marvel run, where editorial would not let her
Yeah,
give
so-
Carol any struggles at all.
I would take that as a sign of a positive sign that Scarlet might be good. Was it this run? Like I said, Jay. Man, I said it's mostly Golden Age stories and older Silver Age, but it's got a wraparound Neil Adams cover. There's just something about that cover that just got me when I first saw it. And I said the Spider-Man versus Wolverine, that's right at the culmination of the death of Ned Leeds. The 100-page Brave and the Bold. Again, I can't get enough of those. So I said
the Champions number 1's at 20, Eric and Boyd.
which is a great price on that. Sandman, that's Kirby. Batgirl, I remember this very early Barry Kitson art. I do remember liking it, even though I don't really remember that much about the story. But
This was, I think, the last or actually, I'll wait until the lot's over.
I think it already is. I mean, we're getting more messages about sorry, I'm not bidding on anything than we are bids. So
Wait, Breen, were you talking about the Batgirl special or A?
G.
Okay, then I take back what I said. A is the last of the boring issues.
So all right. You don't have that? Okay.
No, the cover looks familiar, but I'm just not sure. So I figure, what the heck?
No, it's a great book. I mean,
It's where he accidentally kills someone, or is that the other one?
no, I don't think you're talking about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I don't think it's in this one. Again, a lot of comics have gone between these years over the years.
Yeah, like it was in Spider-Man versus Wolverine or Wolverine versus Spider-Man. It's one of those.
Well, the other one was like the Web of Spider-Man 29, also had Wolverine in it. So
No, this was one of the graphic novels.
okay, well, this is the only Spider-Man versus Wolverine graphic novel.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a 64-page one-shot, and it's Christopher Priest and Mark Bright. So
yeah, but there's also, like I said, that's right around the same time as he's in Web of Spider-Man 29, because Hobgoblin supposedly as Ned Leeds is killed in 289, and this is just like this takes place during that issue. Or something, right around.
all right, thank you, LK, for 10 on Brave and the Bold. This is the one that Spidey killed someone accidentally. Yes.
Yeah, no, 10 on the Spidey Wolverine, 10 on E.
Okay, so
What did I put?
It is though. You said
Brave and the Bold.
Oh, that's right. I've got them written down wrong on the sheet here. I put them up on the thing up backwards. Sorry about that.
No worries.
And that just started going up in value again too. But then again,
Yep.
I don't know if the people at Comic Book Realm just got bored, because everything I keep hearing is how prices are coming down, down, down.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking in Comic Book Realm and everything's going up. It's like something's not right.
Well, I mean, at this point, who knows? Who knows what the market's doing?
Well, that's I kind of need to know.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
and stuff.
I've hit a big problem. I need to make $100 tonight. We've literally done this. This is and 10 of these are or a bunch of these are 50-cent books. What can I do for you? And I'm serious. Did you see a book you like? Do you need to have the price brought down a little bit? I could see what I paid for it. I could work it. I got a credit card for business that I could use for, picking up gas and stuff like that. But I actually thought I kept the purchasing down for next week's auction, and there's $130. A lot of big dogs. That's all I ordered were big dogs. There will be a claim sale next week. There will not be an auction. I cannot do giveaways. Like tonight, I'm going to end up losing money if I do giveaways. I've got to come up with something else for the members. But what can I do for you to make the 100 to catch that bill so this can keep going? You give me that, okay? If there was a book that was like, holy, well, I would like that, but $20 too much. Okay, see if I can work with you. Let me know, what can I do for you, because I got to make that bill. The phone's gonna go by. I could do that with the business card, but I need to know, is there some way I can help you out and get a book or two where we can get this into where I'm making $100 for the evening, $130. Let me know. Alrighty, and Austin says 10 on C. Thank you. Because and then I've got to reevaluate things, because this has actually been a trend, unfortunately. I noticed since I got to Indiana, by the way, the auctions have just kind of crashed. So, it's just something. But once again, if I can help you out, let me know. I'll look and I'll see if there's something they can do. And look, I understand this isn't like last week was a great auction. This is a bad one. This is where I am. I just need to make that bill. And unfortunately, we've been living paycheck to paycheck since our savings got drained. So, yeah. That's a former eBay issue. See, no, this was bought specifically. This came in today. All the books you see were ordered specifically for this week's auction. There was actually a whole bunch of his variant covers that I tried to get. This is the only one I got. Sometimes that happens. Like I bid on a whole bunch of Scalp Hunters. For some reason, like if it's Jonah Hex, Scalp Hunter, I noticed they go. So I've been grabbing those. I know there was a reading done at Geeky Pup Show, so I grabbed Champions. And I was able to get the Sandman Kirby at a pretty decent price. So, yeah, if there is a book you think you could or need help with, there's something, just let me know, because I need to make that 130 today. All righty. Boom, boom. That being said, it looks like this one is done.
Well, you got Austin's bid on the Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Okay.
Yep. All righty. So there's no love for the Batgirl. Let me get the ones with no love yet. The Brave and the Bold, sad. And then basically the whole bottom row is sticking around. Not the best ordering there. All righty. So let me put these back. And then we had Jim with the Scalp Hunter, Austin with the Phoenix, and Wolverine Spider-Man to LK. All righty. And let me get these over here. Next up. Nope. That goes over there. Oh, no, I need to write it down. Put that there. Okay. Next, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. This is something I'm very interested in seeing how you guys respond to. This was a risk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Because I don't know how you guys respond to these. I love these. Here is the Howard the Duck #1 facsimile. It's kind of weird which ones become popular of those things. This is Doom Patrol, issues number 19 and 20. This is the first, of course, of the Grant Morrison. And this is also the first appearance of Crazy 8. What is her name? Crazy 8's? Crazy? Yeah,
Crazy
anyway.
Jane.
Crazy Jane. Crazy Jane. There you go. Next up, we have issue number 500. This is Wizard 500 Witchblade with, of course, their certificate of authenticity. Next up, we have the Blue Beetle #1. All right. And I do believe somebody of note did that book. It's underneath there. Next up, we have John Byrne with Patricia Mulville and Batman Captain America. Did I put the price on the back? Nope. That is at 20. And by the way, this is impeccable, man. Look at this. Look at this. I love. You gotta love sharp ass corners like that. Great spine. That is a beautiful thing. There you go. All righty. Next up, we have the Moon Knight #1 facsimile. There you go. And we have the first appearance of Hawkeye. This is Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man. This is issue number 57's facsimile. Then we have, this is actually, I brought the price down on this. This is a $15, $20 book. And this is Batman and Robin. This is 232, the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Obviously the facsimile version. Then we have the facsimile of the first appearance of James Rhodes, Green Lantern #87, or Green Lantern Green Arrow #87.
James Rhodes, Green
Did I
Arrow.
say James Rhodes? What did I say?
You said James Rhodes, John Stewart.
John Stewart. They all. Anyway.
Although that would be really interesting to see
Detective
Rhodes,
Comics
in the
38.
Green Lantern ring. And,
Hello, are we
John
still
Stewart.
on?
No.
and John Stewart wind up in the War Machine armor.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, John Stewart in the War Machine armor.
First the Asian, now the.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, look, Black Cat, it's Tim Lim on a comic book cover.
All righty. Well, anyway, bidding begins as soon as LK says go.
Oh, no, there was nothing low key about that, Eric. He just came right out.
It is okay. I actually did just come out and say it. Oh goodness. It was fun having a channel.
The facsimiles
so-
don't need to be sold, but I said that we've talked about this over and over and over again. If you don't have the Batman Captain America, it's of all the crossovers they've done, that's probably in the top 10, maybe top 5.
It's a great book.
Great story.
And that thing is in awesome condition. That is in great condition.
I mean, it's probably my favorite Joker scene of all time.
Okay, explain.
Oh, the scene where he basically turns on. Well, I can't really say without really major spoiler.
Okay.
I may be a homicidal maniac, or whatever, but I am an American.
Yeah, the Nazi thing.
Yeah.
Weird War Tales.
Oh, did anybody tell you? I said it's 20.
Yeah. That is 20.
Yeah, it's written and drawn by John Byrne. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Yes, and according to E, it has a better spine than the entirety of this panel.
You know what? The way my back is, yes, I will go with that. I am fine admitting that my spine does not stand up to that book. This is a true fact. All right. Big dogs. Zach had the Fantastic Four 252. Okay, and that was 15. Alrighty. Yeah, that's actually what I'm worried about this week is making the bill. Because otherwise, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to the flea market and I'm gonna grab all the big books. Anything? What do you think for a claim sale? I don't think $1. I don't think I would do dollar books. But what do you think? 2 and higher?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, for a claim sale, yeah, there would probably need to be two or higher for it. I mean,
I see a lot of them. Of course, they're dealing with slabs and they're dealing with and stuff like this. Okay, fine. But yeah, I don't think I would do the dollar books. I'd leave those in the flea market and this kind of thing. Yeah. Well, by all means, please bid.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I said, yeah, last Saturday, the whole world was spending money like they were drunken sailors.
Yep. It's just like I said, it is. I understand this is that last week was good. This week is bad. It has been a trend though that I've noticed with the viewership though has been going down.
That I can't explain, but I can't tell you that we did our business today was tepid at best at the record store. Last Saturday was a record store day, so it was through the roof. And then, like I said, next week is free comic book day, so I don't know if that has any effect on. Shouldn't affect this business, but I don't know. It's just like the economy in general was like sluggish today.
Yeah, just could be. Moon Knight is 6 and Iron Man is 8. Zach. Financially, just a bad time. So you are offering great comics. So it happens, Eric. I mean, yeah, I really am trying to figure out. Okay, Ken, is there some way I need to make that $130 threshold for tonight? I could use the card for living, but I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to only use it for business stuff.
All right, a few dollars closer.
Yep. The God bless. Please don't stop bidding after what I just say, Zach. But Zach goes through Stripe, which means I'll get those books in. I'll get his money on Wednesday. So I'm kind of like at the end of the evening, and usually 130 is passed on Saturday night. It's just like you said. It's in the air. But if you guys could please share out the auction, get word out about it, and hopefully get some new names and faces and people in here. I'm missing some of the people who stopped. I need to know, like I'm holding books for people who have ordered books, but I never got the shipping. So I'm waiting for them to show up too. So yeah. Phil Ailing, I'm holding books for Phil Ailing. There was a guy in here. What was his name? Kung Fu Buck. I got his books. I'm waiting for shipping on them. I just shipped out a whole bunch of stuff. So everybody who's paid, your books are on your way. So Jim, your books are LK. You've got some on the way. Amy's got some on the way now. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm holding books for people. I'm just waiting. I'm hoping they're not thinking, well, he's ripping me off. No, I'm just waiting for the shipping. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So pick up and drag your friends to the auction the way that Georgia State Trooper picked up that protester today.
Oh my gosh, was that not a beautiful, beautiful thing? It's sad that I've got a bit of schadenfreude for that.
I saw that video. It was so hilarious. Well, because again, too, it was you see it all the time. The classic protester tactic of, they go limp, when they're, somebody's trying to drag them away and the cop just says, screw it, picks her up by one arm and throws the other arm around her leg and carries her out like she's a screaming toddler.
Did you see what they did at Arizona State last night?
Yes, I saw that. I saw that video this afternoon of
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good job on the fraternity there for helping out, doing their community service.
It kills me. I saw somebody going around and interviewing, and they were asking people, what do you think it means when they say from the river to the sea, Palestine? Well, we just want everybody from the river to the sea to be free. And no, you understand. And they said, do you understand that Hamas, when they say it, they mean they're going to kill all of the Jews from the river to the sea? No, they're not. And they truly believe that the Jewish people are the aggressors on that.
Oh, well, even better was a video clip I saw yesterday. It was, some old lefty radical that was, I think it was at Columbia. It was one of the East Coast colleges that's got their encampment and all that crap. And he's on the microphone talking about how, hey, kind of, need to kind of calm it down. Don't use those chants because we don't want people to get the wrong idea. Basically telling them, not to say that chant. He gets finished, hands the microphone. Very next person, what do? They start leading that same chant. It's just like, oh my God, just
ridiculous.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Go for it.
It's been 4 minutes since the last bid, and it looks like there was no love for the top row at all.
Apparently not.
Oh man, this is whew. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
no, it's when, okay, here's, like I said, I think out loud sometimes, but when you drop a certain amount of money thinking, oh, okay, I think people will like this. I think people will like this, and they don't. It's like, shoot. So now I'm reevaluating. A lot of my ands and ums are like, well, okay, the facsimiles don't go. The Batman Captain America got inquisitive, so that tells me bring it back later, and maybe Eric will pick it up, But that's one of the things I do when I'm making those noises, is I'm thinking, okay.
This is a bad night to think too much on that because nothing is moving tonight.
That is true. Yeah. But just let's get past that.
I understand the frustration, but I said some nights are just. I said it's not helping. I said some nights it just.
Okay. In the next couple of days, you're going to get a couple of videos that have been commissioned. If you have a video that you would like to have done, it will be on Wednesday, Thursday. I'll get right to it. I'm not going to do the recordings for anything else, and I'll even stop working on the store. Just get me so I don't default on these books. I've got some fucking awesome books. All right, guys. Next up, we have the facsimile of Superman #1. And then we have the facsimile of Amazing Spider-Man #1. And then we have Tomb of Dracula #1. Next up, we have, I cannot believe this was a higher priced facsimile. You never know. You just never freaking know. Eternals #1. And then we have Black Panther's first appearance, Fantastic Four #52.
And we just lost Zach.
No, we lost Zach. We saw that Green Lantern facsimile.
Next up, we have Invincible #1 facsimile.
No, that's when Zach liked the video because of the comments.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to one Miss Louise Simonson. House of Secrets #92.
Well, that was Louise Jones.
Oh, okay, yes. And then we have Tomb of Dracula #10. Werewolf by Night #32. And The Amazing Adventures #11 featuring the Beast. Now, one of these things is not like the other. All of these are facsimile things. This is Marvel Milestone. There you go. All right.
Never seen that one.
Nobody but me has. I swear to God, that was rough looking up. I was like, okay, this does exist. Where the can I, because I put up facsimile, but then I went, oh, that's why I'm not finding it. Because it came out, or at least I found it around the same time I was looking at all these facsimile things. But go figure. There you go. Yeah, I know it was something to find, but here you are. I needs to make the money. Time to make the donuts. Alrighty, and we just have the Zach bids on the last one. See if there's anybody interested in these.
So do you have the facsimile of Fantastic Four 21 asking for Zach?
Yeah, the Fantastic Four is all these are facsimiles. I do not actually. I am not putting a real Superman #1 up for $8. Alrighty.
Yeah, that would be as stupid as putting the first appearance of Yelena Belova for what?
50 cents. That would be a dumbass move.
Yeah, what kind of moron would make that move?
That's a real Tarara boom DA right there. That was always one of my favorite Bugs Bunny insults. He's a real Tarara boom DA.
I would go with Nimrod.
Nimrod? No, that one's not bad.
No, because the main thing about Nimrod is he's the god of hunting or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he sarcastically calls Elmer Fudd that, but an entire generation grew up thinking that just meant stupid. So like he redefined a word completely. Okay. That is how powerful him saying Nimrod is.
All right. Unfortunately, no interest. Not even in you're gonna insult Wheezy. Really? Come on, guys. We could do better than that. That's I was actually working on a video collecting covers and everything of artists and writers that are on comic book covers. He says, hoping to spark a conversation.
Well, what you're sparking is I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head.
Oh, well, the one that you should immediately think of is Muhammad Ali versus Superman. That's the no-brainer.
Wait, I thought you said. Oh, I thought you were saying comic book creators on covers.
Yeah, that has comic book creators on.
Yeah, it has some characters in the background.
Yeah. Did Neil draw himself in there?
What is the one the last Superman before the New 52? I believe has some. There is a Western where they needed a cover, so Stan Lee put on a cowboy hat and a bandana, and they took a picture of him. Joe Simonson is arresting Jack Kirby in one crime comic.
Joe Simonson.
So yeah, I found that is actually what did it. When I found a Stan Lee cover and a Jack Kirby cover, I was like, okay, because actually Jack Kirby and Stan Lee are on quite a few, but I thought that would be a great covering comics to get a whole bunch of those type of covers. Let's see, I've got the FF, but I'll put 15 on I. Already though.
Werewolf by Night there.
Werewolf by Night. Get some love. I think that is that and the Blade are possibly the most popular, of the facsimiles as far as price going up and all that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize how old that facsimile was. I was just looking it up, and it came out in 2021. It's just like
the Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't think of them doing facsimiles 3 years ago. It felt like it's been much more of like a recent.
The True Believers thing 3 or 4 years ago where they were pumping them out like Pez.
Yeah. And then they started doing these, and these took over. And some of the older ones, like if you can get an original Hulk 181, that one's going for money. Some of these original ones are picking up because they're out of print. This is the version of it. But and that's why these are going up in value and such. This is a way that people can own them.
Yeah.
For
Thanks, Austin. Appreciate
For
it.
Thank you, Austin, very much. Go on ahead, Black Cat. Sorry.
For Amazing Spider-Man 1, when that hit my LCS, that book sold out in less than 4 hours.
I don't know how many they ordered, but when I was going to Coliseum of Comics, that is all that sold. I mean, just freaking every time. I don't know how many they had, but they would only have a couple when I went in on Friday. It was just by that time they're done. Facsimiles are very popular, and I think, like I said, that's why they started variant covering them. Which, do it in the beginning. Don't do us, okay, here's the original cover, and if you want to pay $50, here's a different, doing the incentive cover is ridiculous.
I don't like the idea because one of the things about these old books is the iconicity of the covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and they do a variant on a facsimile. It's what are you doing?
Yeah, I said that to somebody yesterday because I missed the Green Lantern, the showcase, and the only thing we had left was the blank variant. And there's a variant. There was another variant, and I told a guy. I asked the guy where I work, said, "Can we get that back in?" I go, "I can't think of anything more pointless than a variant cover on a facsimile." And,
all right. It has been a few minutes, so let me get these down. We've got No Love. I'm actually shocked that the Tomb of Dracula's didn't go. I really thought those were the ones I was banking on. And yes, I do that with every lot. I go, okay, this one's going to sell. This one I don't think so. But this one is. And I had the Tomb of Dracula's going.
And Eric, I would shame you for getting that variant of Amazing Spidey number 48, but I do have a variant of Power Girl number 5, so I can't really speak.
Well, I got it because I love the original. It's an old Tomb of Dracula, giant size.
Yeah,
and that one that one caught my eye. I mean, very few of them ever do. And like I said, I did not read it.
But, all right, can you change it to the $5 banner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, and so in my defense, I got the Power Girl number 5 because it had a Jeff Speaks did the variant cover.
Oh, and Zach has the Werewolf by Night.
Yep. And if you know Jeff Speaks, he has done a bunch of the covers for Common America, and he's got a style again very close, similar in style, I would say, to like a Terry Dodson. And I was like, okay, I'll do that to support him, but yeah, I'm not opening it.
Okay, kids. Next up, we have the facsimile of the first appearance of the Punisher. And once again, all of these are, if they look like they should be $1 gajillion, they're facsimiles. Here we have the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. This would have been in the big dogs, but there looks to be a line right here. So put that at the 5s. Next up, we've got the first appearance of Nubia in Wonder Woman. That's 204. There we go. Next up, we have the first appearance of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. The Death of Phoenix.
Yeah.
We have, and these are, except for this one. We have the Suicide Squad Kill Arkham number 1. Really recommend this book. That was a lot of fun. Unlike the video game. Then we have Creep Show, Joe Hill's Wolverton Station. This is issue number 1. Next up, we've got Thundercats. Oh, there we go. Issue number 1. We've got Ghost Machine, issue number 1, with the comic book ad cover. And finally, we've got the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk facsimile. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go. All right.
So yes, Zach, Jeff Spokes. Sorry, I got my speaks and my spokes confused. So yeah, Jeff Spokes of doing the Common American. He's done several covers and stuff for DC. He started to get more mainstream work, which is good to see. I do appreciate the fact the facsimile there for the death of Jean Grey does have the Marvel comic could be worth $2,500 to you.
Yeah, they kept it. See, it's the natural cover. It's the way that it was supposed to be.
The only problem with the Marvel facsimiles is the bleeping barcodes. At least
Yeah.
DC puts them on the back.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
And honestly, I think they should put the original price on the front also, and then the actual price will be on the barcode. If you're that stupid and you think you're actually getting it for 12 cents, then you probably shouldn't be in charge of having 12 cents in your pocket.
Yeah, it only takes one.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm tired of everybody having to make allowances for stupid people, sensitive people, snowflakes, and give me a fourth thing that starts with S.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what tort law is all about. It's to protect the stupid.
Well, that's
So yeah. So yeah. So again, good.
we got
good
enough
facsimile
people looking
back
after
here.
the stupid.
Yeah. Congrats on the win today. Reds seem to be doing pretty decently. Every time I check, it seems like they win a game.
Yeah, they were up 8-0, so they threw a reliever out there, and he couldn't get anybody out, and it just snowballed. So an 8-0 lead in the ninth ended up becoming a save situation. You never want that. But
No.
I also got to remember, three of their starting 8 haven't played an inning this year.
Hmm.
I mean, their best player is a guy named Matt McClain. He's better than Dela Cruz. He's just not flashy. He's out till August. Friedel, the center fielder, he's out till mid-May at the earliest. And the third baseman idiot got caught with PEDs. Hopefully that wasn't where all his skill was. So, I mean, to be 3 games over 500 with literally 40% of your starting lineup not having played an inning. Well, I guess 33% now with the DH.
This is a $5 lot there, Alex.
Yeah, and it's the facsimile.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is the
Spidey
facsimile version.
not the real thing.
Yep. See the 3.
It's the
Yeah.
facsimile that came out.
Well, I wouldn't be stupid enough to be selling a Punisher first appearance in this pristine shape for $5.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's right.
That would be that's your greatest garage sale find right there. It's like, oh my gosh, do I rob the little old lady who doesn't know what she has, or do I tell her that this is more than $5?
It's where I got to tell my Punisher story again. When I had a chance to buy Spider-Man 129, there were 2 copies, 1 for $2 and 1 for $5, and I was too cheap to spend the extra $3.
Yeah. Oh, that is hard.
Not the facsimile, kids. The original.
I did have a garage sale moment where I told them what they had.
Oh, this was a comic book world.
Oh, okay.
It was so far back. I mean, it was like 1984 when that's all it was worth.
Alex, I robbed the freaking. I think so too. I think I don't think I would do like I did when I was a younger guy, and these kids, the family was having a garage sale, and these kids brought out, because I said I was looking for comic books, and they said, "Oh, we'll sell them. We've got comic books." And they went in the back and they brought out all these Bronze Age comics, and they had a couple of the Superman Flash races. And I said, "Nah, you don't want to sell these to me for $1. Here, you take these, you sell them to, you'll get more at a comic shop. You'll get more at I don't know why I didn't say, hey, well, let me give you $10 for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just being good.
Yeah.
Then of course, there's the flip side with me, where back in the day, the height of the comic boom before it went bust. I
Mhm.
paid $10, $15, $20 for Unity, Valiant Unity issues because I missed them.
Oh yeah.
I got the Deathmate Black gold foil variant cover, and I think I paid like 40 or 50
Damn.
for it. And
That is okay. That is a question for the chat. I want to hear it. What is the comic book you paid a high price on only to have that value crash? That while you do that, I'm going to remove these. You want to put up the stop? There's no bid on it. It's been it sucks being the honest guy sometimes. It really does. It's been 5 minutes with no bids. Let's pick these up, and we'll get the next round.
I can honestly say I've never done what you guys are talking about.
yeah,
But but mine was in the other direction. Like I tried to get my friend interested in Witchblade, so I bought 2 copies of the first one and I gave him one.
mm-hmm.
And that instantly became a $40 book and stayed there forever. But if I bought 2 copies of something, it would have been X-Force 1. Because I absolutely I could have found the Enron in a patch of Blue Ribbon stocks.
Yeah.
And with comics, I've always just, like I said, if door number 1 is my retirement and door number 2 is poverty, I'm kicking down door number 2.
Yeah, no,
That is the way it happens sometimes.
I have terrible luck when it comes to collectibles. Most of all, I mean, like, I was staring 1989, complete, factory sealed sets. Gee, I could buy the Upper Deck one. Nah, I'll buy Topps because I'm always been a Topps fan.
Okay, now this does have some problem up the spine, so we're gonna put this in the $5 lot. This is Thor 372, first appearance of the Time Variants. Next up, we've got issue number 2 of one of the greatest Joe Simon books of all time, The Brother Power of the Geek. All right, next up, we've got Our Army at War, starring Sergeant Rock. That's issue 283, excuse me. Next up, we've got Wanted, the World's Most Dangerous Criminals, issue number 1. We've got Strange Adventures, starring, oh goodness, I used to know his name. Something about Adam.
Adam Strange.
Thank you. All righty. Next up, that's issue number 242. This is the Millennium reprinting of Showcase number, I'm going to fuck this one up to 4. And then we have Marvel Tales 150, reprinting the first appearance of the Kingpin. We've got X-Men Prime, shiny. And this is the first appearance of Morrow. And then we have issue number 240 of the Fantastic Four and issue number 276 with Agatha Harkness. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go.
LK, why did you do that? Upper Deck had Ken Griffey Jr.
Exactly. I had, let's see, I bought, what was it, the year of the Maguire rookie, but I had the Leaf version instead of the Donruss version.
I hope you put a bunch of money into the 1987 top set while you were at it.
Now, we've got Dark Admiral saying he sold. Dark Admiral saying he sold Ultimate Fallout number 4, a 1 in 25 for 200. I've got that story. We needed rent, so I sold my collection. I don't know if it was in the 75s or 100s by the time the TV show came out, up to whatever it was. I sold the entire. I had 2 number 1s, the entire run for $400. And they announced the TV show, but it hadn't come out and become the phenomenon that it was, where the issue number 1 is commanding $1,000 to $10,000 if you can get it in a 9.8. But yeah,
what series?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Say again.
What series are you talking about?
Walking Dead.
Oh, so you had a number 1?
I had 2.
Yeah, I said, yeah. Paul begged me to buy it because, what's his name? Kirkman's from Kentucky.
Mhm.
And little chubby Robert Kirkman used to shop in the store. And I wouldn't do it because I suck at that. But yeah, like I said, if baseball cards had been comic books, I would have bought a ton of those Topps 89s.
Jim says 5 on the X-Men Prime. And yeah, I felt so stupid when the show comes out. It's the biggest thing in freaking America. And I watched just issue number 1 go past, like just ran past the price I got for the entire collection.
And
like, son of
if
a
you
bitch.
still had them, now that you live closer to Kentucky where they're worth more than they are in the other 49 states, you could have gotten even more. Boy, I bet you feel better now.
Yeah. Oh, I also once spent $15 on Green Arrow Longbow Hunters #1, which I do believe I have for $5 either here or at the flea market. And then there was what else did I spend? Oh, well, back in the day, Frank Miller, was huge. So basically anything of his. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you got your books there, Amy. And speaking of, when I was putting books away, I did not put these away because I know if you popped up. But today is Tarzan Day. We've got a lot of those books. I've got Richie Rich, Vault of Mystery. This is issue number 3. And then Aladdin, The Return of Aladdin, Jafar's Revenge, issues 1 and 2. And these were all at $3 when they came in. Plus, check it out. There's a lot of Tarzan. I know you like non-superhero things. Right in front of you, this is the one to get, Amy. For you, and I think, Eric, I want you to back me up. You've read this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not a superhero book. This is basically, there's a big old protest and cops bust down on it. And these hippies go into this old clothes factory and they dress up this fashion dummy. Lightning hits it. It comes to life and begins to berate the out of these hippies for being lazy ass motherfuckers. So it's going out and trying to improve life and improve himself while he's making fun of all. Joe Simons, he was not a fan of the hippie culture, by the way, but it is actually a very good book. I recommend that for you as well. There you go. Anyway,
yeah, the Ultimate Fallout story. I need a pair of contacts, so I sold Fantastic Four and Daredevil #1 for $80 total. It was the mid '80s, but still. And I knew I was taking a bath, and I got the 2 books back again. And of course, I had to sell them again. But that wasn't one. Again, not one of my smarter.
That's just that.
Yeah.
That's
Well, let's see. One of my favorite ones is I was reading and collecting, Uncanny X-Men pretty regularly in the late 80s, early 90s. But somehow I just happened to miss the months when annual number 14 and issue 266 came out.
Yeah, why would you miss those? Those were Gambit first appearances. Gosh, LK.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably knew that though, didn't you?
I traded an Avengers #4 and a Captain America 100 for trade paperbacks.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, to see a 268 on the rise.
Get these down. Okay, that one's down.
I'm going to go grab something to eat real quick, so I'm just going to mute myself. I'll be back shortly.
Alrighty then, and we'll get the next round up. No love for those $5 books.
Or any other.
Yeah, it has been that night. I sold my complete run of Booster Gold for $25. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And new people, I do invite you to check out the older lots. If there's anything there, just say, hey, I want that. In the meantime, here's Young Romance, issue number 125. Obviously, the facsimile versions. Then we've got Marvel Family #1. We've got Brave and the Bold #28, first appearance of Justice League. This is the first appearance of Black Adam. and Ms. Marvel. And then we have She-Hulk #1 and Flash #123. And next up, we've got Avengers #8. Kang. He was so hot, but not now. And then we have Wonder Man's first appearance. The first appearance of Jason Todd, issue #357 of Batman. Wolverine's first appearance, or second appearance if you ask me, but there you go, issue #181. And the first appearance of Joe Fixit, Hulk #347. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go. Alrighty. Fun times.
So, yeah, good stuff up there. All, of course, we say facsimile editions, but hey, if you haven't read them, you want to pick them up. They cost the same as a current day book and are 10 times as fun.
Yeah, that's something missing.
Yeah, well, and what's really neat too with the facsimiles, like in the Flash, they make a little tweak so the guy actually gets crushed by the girder instead of getting saved. So,
Yeah,
So,
all
see-
because they're arguing
CJ
politics.
Garrick on there. I mean, seeing Jay Garrick on there reminds me of if anybody hasn't had a chance to pick it up, do yourself a favor, go out, get the Jay Garrick Flash miniseries recently by Jeremy Adams.
Oh,
It
and
was
once again,
such a great
I
book.
did have to change the books. This week we are giving away either Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Now this is book 4. This will reprint issues 43 through 50, which is the first appearance of Justice League Dark. And then we have a hardcover of H.P. Lovecraft's Call of Cthulhu and Dagon. And there you go. It's actually made up pretty well.
Yeah, but I prefer his barbecue sauce over his books.
H.P. Lovecraft has barbecue sauce? There you go. And every $10 gets you onto the winning wheel. Every 10 people on the winning wheel gets an extra giveaway. So there you go. And right now, we only have a few bidders today. So I don't even think we have 10 to get onto the wheel. But I think everybody who's bid is actually there. Zach definitely is. He's got 44, so he's got 4 spots. Jim is at 31, so he's got 3. Although Jim usually asks to give to somebody else. Austin is at 26, so he's got 2. Well, 3 because he's a member over at Ko-Fi. And LK has 1 with the Spider-Man Wolverine at 10. All righty.
Austin, they're all facsimile. So yes, A is a facsimile.
Yes, it is. To be $5, that book would be so beat up right now.
Yeah.
I did sell some romance comics and Young Romance a while back, and they were around 3 to 5, and they were not in the greatest condition.
Yeah, and I'm surprised with the growth of manga that what the DC or Marvel haven't tried actually legitimately bringing back romance comics.
You would think. They're very short-sighted. Now, Independents, on the other hand, are kicking ass because they're covering all genres.
Yeah,
DC,
although-
I think we could probably find. I mean,
Yeah,
no,
although
they're not.
Tom King's love letter to romance comics is dreadful.
What is that?
So he has been slowly churning out this series called Love Everlasting. And it's basically has this character that gets bouncing from romance story to romance story. So it's like really meta.
Get the stop.
And I read the first couple issues and was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And then it just turns into an absolute slog.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to offer this up, and this will be like a claim sale. If anybody wants to take the board, because I do need the money, I&J is free. I'll take 2 off of it. So I'll write these up as facsimiles, and it'll be 2 free. If anybody wants to take that offer, and I'll give a little minute, see if anybody wants to take that offer.
Okay.
I need to make that 130. After I could use the credit card for I shouldn't, but I'll use our credit card for walk around and such. But I don't want to default on next week's books. That's the one thing. Apparently, Richard Meyer's book that he finally got shipped and out is reported to be his best work yet. Rock and Roll Ninja. Oh, good. Glad to hear it for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good for him. So I haven't gotten any of his stuff recently, but I know he's been working on that and working with folks, and so he's employed other writers and artists. Basically doing what we want to see in terms of being a creator. So I'm happy for him. But yeah, and there we go. Austin says $5 on A.
All right. And we'll put that there and get the stop. All right. And let's see. What do I want to put up there? I think she might have a. There we go. And we'll leave that one there. Okay. And the rest hit the floor. Austin gets a. Let me write that down. Young Romance to Austin.
Yep.
Also, if you guys want to commission a video, please go on over to Ko-Fi, whatever video you want made. All righty. Austin P. $5 on the facsimile. All right. And let me get the next round up. And this, I think, is the last of the $5 books. But we've got Punisher, Captain America, Blood and Glory.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Forever People. And this is issue number 8.
Not a facsimile.
Not a facsimile, no. There we go. And we have Forever People, issue number 4. Should have put that first. Next up, we have something called Zombie Tramp.
Oh,
and this is Zombie Tramp Origins, issue number 1.
Okay.
And there we go.
Yep.
Next up, we have Giant Size Dracula, issue number 3. And there is a little waviness right here.
Yeah, kind of see it looks like a little water damage at the top, maybe.
There you go. Next up, we have the Shadow number 2 from DC. And finally, Karate Kid issue number 1. And there's a scrape right here at the T, and that's why it's at the $5 mark. And bidding begins as soon as LK says go. All righty.
Okay. Well, go for the Zombie Tramp. I mean, it's a wild story. If you're not easily offended, or I should say, if you're not easily offended, it's interesting. I mean, basically the lead characters, a stripper with less than a heart of gold, gets killed as part of this ritual that her boyfriend gets involved in. She winds up stealing the magic book and basically kind of becomes a zombie. And with the inherited kind of magical power, she's able to basically move her soul from one body to another. And when she takes over another body, then it basically transforms into her, what she looks like or used to look like. But then the longer she spends time in that body, it starts to decay and she becomes a zombie again and has to kind of repeat the process.
Well, I'll tell you what, also, I was saving this because I'm trying to buy Christmas comics just over the year. So come December, I actually have Christmas books because they're always asked for. I was going to save this, but if you want to drop a 20, here is Zombie Tramp saves Christmas or saves Triple Xmas anyway. And yeah, this is the I don't know what they call it, the lewd cover.
The naughty variant.
The naughty variant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. I looked it up, and yeah, there you go. So
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm saving it for Christmas. But hey, like I said, I needs the money. So there you go.
Yeah.
And so far, it looks like none of these are inspiring any bids.
Yeah, or even any comments. I mean, come on, folks. Karate Kid from the ripped from the pages of Legion
I
back in the day.
dig that book, by the way. I dig this 70s Legion. Still, She-Hulk is awesome. I know it came from last one. The Punisher and Captain America was really good. I enjoy Jack Kirby's Fourth World. For fuck's sake, it's giant-sized Dracula. I mean, there's literally nothing bad on this table right now. Absolutely the time to get comics.
Yeah, definitely an old school style Shadow. I mean, great cover, with the classic, just big nose. Because the Shadow would hide who he really was, so people wouldn't know he was Cranston.
So he'd pretend he was Jewish?
Alrighty, young romance.
Oh, well, Austin, you could always, pull another $5 out of the hat and choose one.
Boom. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dun da da na 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 na.
Lawrenson puts $5 on
On I, the Karate Kid.
There you go. Thank you, Jim.
The Karate Kid's alright, but Cobra Kai improves on it.
1, 2, 3. Yep. I actually do believe that. I mean, it does. The Cobra Kai really does improve on the lore. It's a good expansion. Each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that is Karate Kid number 1. And that is Jim Sorensen with 5. Alrighty. Okey-dokies. Artichokes. Let's get this down. Let's get the next one up there. Alrighty. And so far, just the Karate Kid. Just the Karate Kid with any love. This turned out to really be the worst buy I have had in a long time. There we go. I think only 2 books sold from it. All right. But hey, that's the way it goes. You think, will this go? It's that's what speculation's really about. Not will it make money, but will you actually be able to sell it? Okay, kids, next up, and we're at the $3. Can you change the banner there, sir?
Mm-hmm.
We have Fantastic Four number 251. And we have Fantastic Four number 254. And here is issue number 255. We have issue number 260. And here is 262. We have Fantastic Four 263. And we have Catwoman Annual number 4, part of the Pulp Heroes, with the purple suit. And then we have Ghost Rider number 69. Here is NFL Super Pros Special Edition. There we go. And we have Spectre number 8. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go.
There we go.
Right.
And Austin said he'll screw it. He'll do $5 on that previous Dracula one.
All right. How you
On the
doing,
last-
RDV?
Last one. And
I'm
hey,
sweating to death.
Vinco's here. That means the bidding will pick up.
Maybe.
78 in my house and 71 outside.
It is, it's kind of tepid in here too.
How does that happen if it's hotter? Why is it hotter in your house than it is outside?
Where in my room right now, I have a desktop PC that puts off heat.
Ah,
So the little jail cell I'm in room
yeah,
likes to heat up more.
I gotcha.
And it's been kind of like muggy all day.
Yeah.
So, but it's nice. So I'm not complaining because like I know within like the next week it'll be like I'm freezing my balls off again.
Yeah. Oh,
But it's great to see all the insects wake up for their naps.
that it is. Yeah, things have definitely been waking up and getting going around here.
You're like, hey, Mr. Spider, I haven't seen you all year.
We have more viewers now. Hello, guys, which hopefully will translate to more bidders.
You're welcome.
Well, now we have plus
What is-
one thanks
what
to
is-
RDB.
What is Catwoman at?
$3.
Yeah, it's a $3 book.
What letter is that? I can't tell. It's
That is G.
okay.
Oh, I don't have the bottoms on.
But Jim already beat you there. $3 on G, so you'd have to go
Yep.
$3.50 or higher.
$3.50 or higher.
And Austin, yes, NFL Super Pro existed.
Absolutely, positively. There's actually what was I thinking of? There's actually one book. It's like issue number 5 or something that caused a little problem. I can't remember why. I've got to look that up. But yeah, give it a try, man. It's waiting for you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that you got the letters hidden by the ticker. That's the problem.
Oh, no problem. We'll just pop that ticker down.
I didn't see the letters on the top first. I'm like, does he have more books this time or shorter books?
Shorter books.
Yeah.
They're all.
No,
I cut them all down to make them shorter.
I'm talking about as far as the number of books you have up on a time. That's what I was asking about that. 'Cause I wasn't sure because it looks different. Look, you're zoomed out.
Well, no, this camera doesn't zoom, but if I move forward, I lose I lose the letters.
Mm.
So this is where I am at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Yeah,
So I watched the first 2 episodes of Knuckles.
Yeah.
Realized it has nothing to do with Knuckles. It's all about that stupid Whipple guy from the movies, which I didn't watch. Now I'm questioning how good the movies were if that was the character that was in the movie. He's the deputy for Greenwood, whatever, or Green Hills, whatever. And the most disturbing thing is he looks like Zack, and he's more annoying than Maximus from Fallout. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he was very much a just supporting character in the first movie. I'm trying to remember.
And now Knuckles, 2 episodes in, Knuckles is a supporting character.
Yeah, well, that's disappointing.
It is.
I was actually thinking about sitting down and watching that this week, but
First episode, great. It gives you a recap of the movies. If you didn't watch them, it caught me up. And we have Tails and Sonic there and everything. It's great interaction. Second episode is nothing. Sonic and Tails are gone. I'm like, well, you just killed the whole entire series for me. Because their interactions are awesome. I love it. So I'll probably go back and watch the movies, I guess, instead.
yeah. So, E, if you're curious, it was issue 6 of NFL Super Pro. So, according to CR, representatives of the Hopi Indian tribe found this comic's portrayal of villains masquerading.
That was it. Yeah, because all the Indian, they all came to life and attacked them.
Offensive to their beliefs and demanded that Marvel remove the comic from sale. Apparently, a lawsuit was initiated, and the Hopi also shut down the majority of their tourist operations. It made national news.
There you go. I knew it. I knew there was something out there about the NFL Super Pro. This is one of the coolest books I've never read. I think I've read the first issue a long time ago. But like Eric said, when you read so many comics, some of them just kind of leak out the brains.
If they reboot the Super Bowl,
let's get the stop, and we'll bring this down. The only thing that got love was the Catwoman.
if they reboot the Super Bowl special and do a new series, they're gonna have connecting covers where they link arms.
Okay.
The Super Squirrels or the Super Squirrels?
Okay,
Bowl.
here's an offer I'm gonna make. You guys know I'm this isn't me whining or anything. I'm just in a desperate situation because I want to make the books. I can handle the go around and all that kind of stuff. So here's what I'm gonna offer. If someone can through Ko-Fi can donate $100, I'll give you a free. It'll be $100 credit on the auctions, and you'll get free shipping. That's the offer.
Basically, if you pay for this week, you have credit next week.
Yeah, if you donate $100, you have credit. You can start it today. You can start it next week. It's up to you, but you will get free shipping on that $100 sale instead of $150, which is normally what we would normally do. It would donate to the channel. I'd be able to. I won't default on the books for next week. Everything would be roses. So it's a good offer, and that's not just for one. If anybody, if you want to do it, that's the offer on the table.
Speaking of which, the books I bought from you,
Mm-hmm.
I never got them, so I'll be shipped tomorrow. Or not.
No, I was seeing if you had anything this week because you've got a little bit of space.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a little space in your box.
I was like, he's really holding on to him. I don't want to give him.
No. It's not that. It's just I'm used to filling up the box and sending it to you, and it's almost filled. So
I figured that those trades that was a box ready.
no, not yet. It only. By the way, those trades did fill up damn near half the box, and then the last sale you made. And I was thinking, okay, well, he'll probably get some, but I'll send it along to you. I'll send it along to you this week if you're.
I was just worried that you sent them, and I'm like, yeah, but I sent them. I'm like, no.
No, this is just the way we've always done it, and I will.
I know how the.
Usually, I tell you. So, anywho, next up we've got Fantastic Four 289, and we have Fantastic Four 313, and we have Fantastic Four 314. And here is 315. And we have issue number 316 on the top row. Oh, I got a scooch. There we go. There we go. That bird is probably driving Gail crazy. She's got to get Burley tomorrow. I can hear him. Here we have issue number 317.
But you know what? We can't hear him, so it's good.
And we have 328. I know, right? Also, guys, have you not heard? Everybody makes a freaking comment when the goddamn thing goes off, but nobody's mentioning the fact that I took the battery out of the smoke alarm. I have to remember to put it back in before we go to bed. This is 329, and then we have 375.
Wow, a lot of sirens tonight. It's the second time tonight.
And then we have issue number 47 of Spider-Woman. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go.
There we go. Look at that Sue Storm outfit. The 90s were a special time, kids.
Yes. A lovely special time. And
it almost looks like the Stellar Blade outfit from Eve that got everybody into an uproar.
Don't you bring that drama.
A Stellar Blade, what?
A video game.
It's a video game that's been
sexualized women.
That was promoted to be uncensored, and then the journalistas and the other activists whined, and Sony America then basically has censored images out of it, and it's caused a whole kerfuffle.
I didn't know anything about that. I just saw that Rippo was playing it, and I was like, and I said it was trending, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole on Twitter. I know what happens.
Yeah. I mean, again, I fully support what folks are doing because I completely understand it. Because again, you've got the usual suspects, on the left going, oh, it's such a small thing. Why do you care? Blah blah blah. It's like, well, again, we've seen it time and time again. You give an inch, and then they just keep going. They keep going. They keep going. You gotta stop it at the source when you can. And
well, here's the great thing: there's mods. They can't control mods.
Well,
If
yeah,
it's on PC, people can make a
depends,
mod.
Well, yeah, if it's on PC, but I think right now it's the PS5 exclusive.
Is it only okay? Well, I know Fallout 4. Remember when that came out? So many mods the first day.
Yeah. Well, and then of course now they came out with a big update, and it broke all the mods. Or, well, I would say probably it broke. See, it's funny. Like I'm playing Fallout 4 right now, and I've got 2 small mods, and so far it hasn't broken any of them. But like one mod that I had just added some guns and changed some cosmetics around. It wasn't, like adding a whole new quest or something into it. And I think those are the mods that got broken.
Yeah, I saw that Fallout's getting an update. The new games, 4 is getting an update, or at least they're going to redo it on PS5 or PS.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then they'll have the new content up DLC for that system, the new systems.
Yeah.
Kind of like Cyberpunk. In that sense. Remember that when Cyberpunk came out on PS5? And then they're like, here's the new DLC, but wait, you have to get the new gen systems. Screw you. I just got PS4 and I just got. Then I was like, after all these years, I was like, really?
Yeah.
I hate games. but yeah, shiny covers like that. I love the shiny covers. I love the Limp Ticket covers, even though they don't fit in the bags really as much. The ones that have the little things on them.
Yeah. Well, you got to get those. They call them the wider bag or whatever the heck they call it.
I get the regular modern right now, but it has the thick ones because that's what my Metro One shop carries, and it has more wiggle room in there. So
cool stuff. Yeah. So
what happened to Breen? Did you guys wear him out?
No, he went and grabbed something to eat.
Oh, okay. It's like Breen's not used to this. You tuckered him out. It's like auctions. What? After 3 or 4 hours, I'm used to just reading, going to bed. It's like, yeah. But man, am I the only one bidding? I guess I am.
On these, yeah, but it's been a slow night. I'm begging to make $130 tonight, which is about a third of what a normal auction does. About half of what auctions have been doing since I've gotten to Indiana.
Mm.
So yeah, it's not great tonight.
Jackson, fire up the fossil signal. Let them know there's some cool Fantastic Four books.
Okay. But once again, I'll also put that on the table. If you can donate, but it's not really donating. It's just like prepaying. If you prepay $100, I will give free shipping, and of course the book ship after it's spent. So it's only one shipment,
It's kind of like buying an Amazon gift card.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Vezerin does this. He does it. So yeah, and I'll give free shipping at 100 rather than 150.
The fossil thing here is a walker in the sky. And hello to Eagle Black Cat. You're so talkative tonight.
All right.
Hello.
He was.
Second?
I think without Eric here to insult, he really doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah.
I'm just half tired.
Every auction? I never hear you speak
It's
anymore.
about nearly 4 here for me.
Well, LK says 3 on A. All right. That is issue number 289. And with that, LK, let's shut this one down and move on. All right. because right now I'm only at 80. This will make 84 with LK's bid. All right, here we go. Let's put that in, and we had RDV with I and J. There we go.
Oh, another police car.
What crimes are you committing and why are you hiding?
Well, no, it's actually because it's warm enough. I can have my windows open. Now I can actually hear the sirens going by. I'm in the back of the house, so I'm not facing the road where they're going down. So,
All righty, let's move this to the $2 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm
9,
identifying as a southern state right now. It's warm enough to have my windows open.
I know how that is. Also, if you are a Zombie Tramp fan, I was going to save this for Christmas. It came in today. This is Zombie Tramp saves Triple Xmas. It is the naughty variant, and yep, if you have 20, we go with that. And it looks like we're burning through pretty good. So I'll probably pop up some books I got the other day as well. But here for the $2, we've got Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, issue number 22 from Marvel Comics. And we have issue number 24.
These Roy Thomas.
Yep, issue number 25. And here is issue number 26. Here is issue number 27. There we go. Next up, we have issue number 28. So what do we got? 25, 26, 27, 24. So this is a complete run to 28 so far. Oh, 29. Next up, we have, so you got, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in succession. Next up, we have Big Bang Comics featuring Shadow Lady.
Oh, hey.
There you go. And then we have the Justice League Antarctica, which is a fun as hell book. That's actually a very popular video on this channel. And then we have Batman Annual number 8. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go.
3 or 2?
Oh, $2. Sorry, $2. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Double
I
check.
did say.
Yeah. So I can mention quickly here that Big Bang Comics there, that's great story. If you like Golden Age style books, basically that's what Big Bang Comics was recreating kind of the Golden Age. And so Shadow Lady there is kind of their version of Phantom Lady. Debutante, socialite by day. Her father's a professor. She assists him. He winds up developing this, what do they call it? Dark ray, night ray, or whatever. That basically kind of, casts a shadow, basically just turn, pure blackness, shooting a ray and, you can't see kind of stuff. And she goes and fights crime at night as the Shadow Lady, and it's set in the 40s, and it's just really good, lots of fun. I've got quite a run of Big Bang Comics because they did a crossover with the 1963 characters sometime later, and they're actually still going strong. Actually, independently, they just released this big anthology on Kickstarter like 6 months ago, I think it was, or maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and then it came out last month or a month or two ago. So yeah, great fun. Just really love the heck out of them.
The JL Antarctica, I think, is an annual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Actually, it's annual number 4.
Yeah. So they just call it Antarctica because the team's going to Antarctica, right?
Yeah, it's basically all the characters that they wanted to get rid of. Yeah. So they sent them to be the Justice League of Antarctica, thinking that they would just sit around there because nothing's in Antarctica, and there ends up being an alien invasion.
The Batman, one that Jim just been on, it's annual number 8. You said? What is that? I mean, what volume is that? I mean, like, because
Oh, well, it's volume 1. It was from the 1980s. I'd have to look it up on Comic Vine
yeah,
to get storyline.
the comic.
Let's see. And for those of you that are curious, yes, Jackson is correct. Stan and Jack do make an appearance in Tarzan number 26 there. Issue letter D there. As it said here, Jane attempts to escape her Empire State Building apartment prison while animal poachers beat and drug Tarzan with intentions of putting the Lord of Apes on display. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby appear in the comic as a pair of boys named Stan and Jack watching captured animals being paraded on the streets of New York. So Stan and Jack, drawn by Sal Buscema.
Are you writing? Are you talking about F there? The bottom line?
No, D.
D.
The one where they're in the cage.
Yeah.
What is F?
F. That is issue number 28, Flight of Terror. Tarzan uses a knife given to him by the gangster to ward off the albino gorilla. In a nod to King Kong, Tarzan jumps off the Empire State Building with Jane in his arms. Tarzan then grabs the rope ladder of a biplane piloted by Korak Killer, Tarzan's son, completing the rescue.
I'll bite.
So there you go. And Comic Frog, $2, A through G. Go for the Tarzan. Well,
and the Batman annual, it says Batman faces off against mysterious cult of the Crimson Sun, whose leader is revealed to be none other than one of his greatest foes. Is Batman willing to do whatever it takes to save the world, even if it means taking the life of an enemy? And we've got Mike Barr doing the writing, Mr. Mike W. Barr. I wonder what he's expecting people to do with this book after he dies. Yeah,
I don't know.
You have to ask Roy Thomas. He wrote it.
John Costanza is the letterer, artist Trevor Von Eden. Dick Giordano was the editor on these books. So there we go. It's got
and then
Giordano, not Giordano.
That's what I said, Giordano.
Wait, it's
G, not G. G.
That's what I said.
You just said Giordano?
Giordano.
Giordano.
Dick Giordano.
Sounds like we're saying the same thing.
You're saying G, I'm saying G.
Well, gee, his name's Giordano.
Wait. What about Dick?
Oh, that's the other. That's my OnlyFans page.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The O'Donnell phase.
Okay, what are we on? Where's the? In book? Did I just?
So these are all Sal Buscema art?
This run, yeah. And
heck, even if the writing sucks, it's Sal Buscema art. I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, Bill Mantlo did the scripts. So,
okay.
There you go. And actually 29 is the last issue there of the Marvel run of Tarzan for the 70s.
So this Marvel Tarzan, was Tarzan like wash ashore like in the 1900s? Like was he born? When was he?
Well, no, this just kind of reading through these, it seems more of them being set like in the 50s. Is what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when he was born, like, or shipwrecked. You know, where his parents was at before, like the sinking the Titanic, or after. So.
All righty. We're getting Roy left around issue number 14.
Ooh, we might get a thunderstorm here. It is thundering outside. I see some lightning.
Yeah, we had that last night.
Time to sell some Thor.
Thor.
Holy crap! That's a big red blob on the radar. It says light. It says light thunderstorm. Oh, that's cute. It's all going above me though, northeast. Dang.
Oh shoot!
We'll get some rain here, but man, I'm just glad where I live we're in a little bubble. So whenever it's like, oh, we're gonna get severe thunderstorm or whatever, now it just kind of fizzles out and goes like it parts like the Red Sea. I love it.
Okay, you know what? An act of desperation here. I'm gonna
No, keep it close on.
I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that offer to 75. If you prepay 75 on that $75, it will be free shipping. That is half the value of what you usually need to get free shipping.
Holy crap!
But there you go. And it's not just a donation. You will have credit for the auctions. So
this storm is going all the way from Houston through Montana, or not Montana, but Missouri, going diagonally straight up to Michigan. It is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I know when I looked at the weather report that we're supposed to be under kind of storm watch for basically most of next week.
Well, guess what tomorrow's high is?
75.
50.
Oh wow, dropping down.
We're 79 down to 49 tonight.
Yeah.
alrighty, let's get the stop.
But then, yeah. So
Hold
then
on just a second. I don't think I wrote that down right. You said okay.
I basically have every book except for J.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't have. I forgot to write down the front page.
So that's crazy. High of 50 tomorrow with a low of 49, but then Monday it's back up to 71 with a low of 48, and then 70 again on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
Congratulations, it's spring.
Nah, it's not spring anymore. That's summer. We're in a heat wave right now.
Are you freaking kidding me? It's only 77 degrees outside.
That's our summers, bro. Get used to it.
Fucking hell! I gotta wear a sweater and a long sleeve.
You know what though? It's good. It's good for you in your old age.
Actually, I don't mind. It's very nice out. Okay, so RDV has all of the Tarzans, the Big Bang, and the Justice League Antarctica, and Jim has the Batman. All right. There we go.
Correction. Now my phone is saying marginal risk. It says that. See, I thought it some warnings.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, RDV, when you read the Big Bang book, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Wait. Oh, okay. The you're talking about
Big Bang Comics. Yeah. Featuring Shadow Lady. Yeah.
That one. Is that an older book or is it in the 80s or what is that?
No, it came out. It was.
Hey, Chad Wynn, how you doing?
It was either late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, can we bring it back to the dollar books, please? And we've got Ultimates, issue number 13. And then we have Ultimates 2, issue number 3. And here's Ultimates 2, issue number 4. And here's issue number 5. And we have issue number 6. By the way, that's the Valkyrie in Ultimate Universe. Next up, we have the Avengers, issue number 75, or 490 if you want actual.
Yeah.
And then we've got issue number 491. And then we have issue number 492. And we have issue number 493. And just to fill this out, we've got from the Ultraverse, this is Solitaire number 3. Bidding begins at $1 each. As soon as LK says go.
Right. So now it's Valkyrie as traced by Greg Land, I believe.
Yeah, probably from some porn star or something. that is how he rolled, as the kids no longer say.
Let's see now. Ultimates 2, that was not the Jeff Loeb one, right?
No, this is Mark Millar. I actually like Ultimates 2 better than I did Ultimates.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Ultimates 3.
I hear it's very popular in Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but you guys might have heard of him, Mark Millar, a writer of some renowned. doing some good stuff. And
Yep.
then, oh shoot, this Avengers run. This is who's on the Avengers run there?
That's Jeff Johns. Let's not mince words. This is the Avengers run that basically Eric is always putting down.
Well, but this is before it gets bad, I think. Because the Lionheart of Avalon there. So I know those two issues. That
Okay.
storyline is basically Hydra or AIM attack in someplace in area in England. Mom's out with her 2 kids. She gets struck down and killed, but gets resurrected by the spirit of Britain and becomes basically the new, well, not the new Captain Britain, but the new Lionheart. And then she kind of winds up working with the Avengers, but she's also torn because she can't go back to her family. It's kind of interesting. Of course, they haven't done anything with the character, I think, since then. But yeah, I remember that actually being a decent story. Yeah. Now, if Eric ever gets back, we can ask him about it for his opinion. But yeah, I mean, I think that came before the Red Mist. But your mileage may vary. But I recall liking that storyline.
Okie dokies.
So
I think the Red Mist, is that the She-Hulk storyline that you're talking about?
Well, the Red Mist one, yeah, but that's not this.
All right. Well, all of these books, they start at $1 each. And also I think I am gonna try to have a claim sale come Wednesday. I'm gonna get all the big dogs and maybe some of the $2-3 books and such like that. At the very least, with the next lot, the one that I'm trying to get right here. Once again, have you found the Superman Swamp Thing book yet? Just curious. That was not in your the old auction videos posted. I've got old auction on here. There are some that because I need to get rid of them. They're too long and they mess up with the algorithm. I do have a few boxes still left in storage. I'll check those out. Otherwise, I will find that book for you. Darkness, don't worry. I will be on the lookout for it. I will get it for you one way or the other, even if I have to go retail myself. I will get you that book. All right. So here, once again, guys, an act of desperation, if you prepay for the auction, $75, free shipping, not the $150 normally. This is a bit of an act of desperation, so I can not default on the order that I made for next week's books. But there you go. Tonight is really slow, but if you could do that, it's not just a donation I'm asking for. This will benefit, if you usually do the auctions, you'll be able to get the books plus free shipping. As soon as the $75 is paid down, I'll ship everything all at once. There we go.
Yeah. So Darkness, hey, welcome back. There were some old vintage Marvel and DC Tarzan you might be interested in that are still available. There are some big dogs that are available. If you check out the video, or if you want to check them out, let us know. Let's see what else is going on. Not too much. Well, not too much. I mean, in the comic book world, I mean, there's more Marvel announcements that mileage may vary on them. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't drop more of the upcoming X book announcements, but maybe they're holding that off till next month since they'll be for August. I know.
The news out of DC is just underwhelming.
What was that, Black Cat?
the news out of DC is just mostly underwhelming.
Yeah. I will admit I am intrigued by the new Chris Claremont book that got announced, but again, it becomes, it's nice to get to see him kind of, go back into his era, but is there any interest from either side of doing a current continuity, moving things forward book?
Oh, also, you're welcome, Darkness. I'm sorry it's taking this long. We do have books still in storage. I'm trying to get out. Okay, what was I about to say? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. We do have books in storage, so yeah, no worries about that, because I will get it for you. That being said, hope you find something here. I do also, guys, I do sometimes put older auctions into the members only because they end up being too long, and the what ends up happening is they lose viewers damn near immediately. Like for the first week that it's out, it'll have viewers, but then it completely dies. And what I've got are these 5 and 6 hour albatrosses on the channel, which the YouTube analytics treat badly. It's one of the things I need to get rid of to improve the analytics to get more viewers in. YouTube's weird the way they treat people and videos and such like that. So, anywho. No love for the Avengers here. So let me get these down, and we'll get the next round. Yeah.
So hey, Venkman, you didn't hear me earlier, but
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's all right. What were you gonna say?
Well, I'm counting up, and I think the last I made it was to 81. That is if everybody pays tonight. So, like I said, $75. That will make it so I don't default on the books tonight, and you get free shipping. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which, by the way, that's $15 off the price right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10. All right, still at the dollars. Actually, we got Batman issue number 620, Brian Azzarello, and then we have issue number 622, still the Brian Azzarello. And here is Batman number 623. Next up, we have Superman by Casey and Alcon. This is issue 623. And we have issue number 811. And there we have Adventures of Superman, issue 4. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
There he is.
We have Batman, Death and the Maidens, issue number 4. Issue number 5. Here is issue number 6. And issue number 7. Bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go.
That Death and the Maidens, that was Greg Rucka and Klaus Janson, right?
Say again?
Death and the Maidens. Was that Rucka and Janson?
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Yes, it is.
that was really good. That was a really good story. I was going to mention to Vinkman, I caught up and finished off a Duke today, and that was a lot of fun.
Congratulations. Did you take Metamucil or something? I don't understand the conversation here, sir.
He basically finished off Duke, and we hope that Duke bought him dinner.
So do I. I'm not announcing it. I'm gonna run this one into the ground if I can.
I know you are. I know you are. And it especially doesn't help that it seems like Vinkman stepped away for a moment. So
hey,
meanwhile, Jim says $1 on ABC and F.
Can you turn the light off in Mom's in our room, because the bird was going nuts. So yeah, every time he hears me.
If I had a switch, I would, but
ABC. All righty, thank you, Jim. A B, C, and F. Alrighty. Ba-bum.
So, El, did you see that tonight's the correspondence dinner in Washington?
I heard about it. It was funny. I had no idea until I saw something this afternoon, and then I chuckled and could care less.
Well, Colin Jost was giving the quote unquote Republican response.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
And he said, he goes, I stand before you tonight and I was going to have Michael Che with me, but in solidarity with President Biden, I have decided to lose all my black support too.
Wow.
That is a smack in the freaking face right there.
Yeah.
Who did this, Ron?
That's
Mr. Johansson.
Oh, I thought it was Ricky Gervais saying that.
No, they would never ever invite Ricky Gervais.
I know, would it be great though? I want Ricky Gervais
because he would chop up those pompous ass little reporters and reporterettes into tiny little pieces, and I would love it.
If by miracle Trump gets in, he should have Ricky Gervais at every event.
I think Ricky can because he's British.
Well, he's not. He can be it if he wants. So he's not part of Trump's cabinet, dude.
Yeah. Well, remember though, in this instance for this event, even if Trump wanted him there, it wouldn't happen because this is put on by the White House Correspondents Association, so basically the White House Press Corps, and they would never ever have Ricky Gervais there because they wouldn't be able to handle it. But yeah, wow, he probably won't be invited back.
Well, we're talking about Biden. I'm sure forgot about it within 5 minutes.
If he understood it.
Yeah.
And besides, he's going to get 4 more years. Pause. Anyway.
As he should be.
Yeah. So hey, Venkman, since you're back, I read the Skybound book, the Duke miniseries.
Yeah.
And enjoyed it quite a bit. Especially issues 3 and 4. It felt like they just took the toys out of my trunk here in the garage and played with them.
Like I said, I enjoy that more than the Larry Hama book that's out right now. It just feels like it's more upbeat, more like a Garth Ennis-y kind of sense.
Yeah.
It's like it's not your dad's G.I. Joes.
No,
which I enjoy, and same with Transformers. I like that they're adding a little. It'd be like when they're adding more realism. So basically, when Transformer grabs a human, pop, and you see their splat, and you see the words that John Warren Johnson was doing. It's phenomenal. I love that kind of cool stuff, because normally if they wouldn't have done that, it'd be the same as every other Transformers book before, adding a little bit more like, hey, we understand people are reading this. We're probably, the ones that watched the show back in the day. They're now adults now. And then kids today are playing games like, where they're blowing up people's limbs like Gears of War. They can handle, seeing a little bit of blood.
Yeah. Well, I love the idea that it leaves off where the G.I. Joes are going to go after Optimus Prime.
Dude, honestly, that's a crossover event I would have wanted a long
Let's
time
get the
ago.
stop here. Jim has A, B, C, and F. Alrighty. And alrighty, we'll get the next round.
Yeah.
Well, they crossed over a long time ago.
Did they have a Transformers versus G.I. Joe?
They have. There is the famous classic G.I. Joe Transformers 4-issue miniseries from Marvel when Marvel had the license for both properties.
I never read the Marvel ones. I tried the was it IDW, and I was just like, I'm done. It's like
shit.
And then the movies weren't that great either. Like they're the live action ones.
No, the G.I. Joe movies are a great disappointment.
Well, no, I was talking about the Transformers.
Oh,
I like the first G.I. Joe movie, but then they killed off Duke.
Yeah.
It's like,
All right. He asked to, by the way. Next up, we have the Inhumans. This is Jenkins and Lee. This is issue number 6.
first appearance of Galena. No, it's good.
Issue number 7. We have issue number 8. Here is issue number 9. And we have issue number 10. Issue number 12. And then on the miniseries, we have issue number 1, issue number 2, and issue number 3. And then we have Charles Soule and somebody McNiven on Uncanny Inhumans issue number 1. Bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go.
Ooh, Hazard,
All right.
60-mile-per-hour winds. What's that
I
like
wanna-
in Florida?
Okay,
I
once
wanna say
that's
Steve
nothing.
McNiven, but it's not. It's Steve McNiven. That's right. Yeah.
Steve McNiven. Okay.
Yeah. Steve McNiven.
The 30 Days
Okay,
of Night guy?
once again, guys, I do want to give this out. If you, we do have a couple of things. If you have $10, every $10 spent gets you on the winning wheel, and we are giving away either Swamp Thing by Alan Moore or Call of Cthulhu by Dave Shepard. All right, this is a hardcover, and every $10 gets you on the wheel, and every 10 people on the wheel gets another giveaway. I don't think we're
Zach-
going to make that though today.
Zach, A through F is Marvel Knights.
4, 5. Yes. Yes, it is. Let's see. Also, I made the offer because I need to make the 130, preferably more, to pay for next week's books. Actually, it's 140. I just checked it. I won a couple of things, and that is that for tonight. So I'm offering, if you prepay 70, Vezerin does this also. He sends in 200. I keep track. Right now, he's at $169 to use whenever he's here for the auctions. But I keep track of it. When the money is spent, then I will ship it out all at once, and you save shipping, which $75 could easily get you either a couple of big dogs, or it could get you enough books that it's going to go. It's up to like $15 saving on that one. So it's a good deal, guys, and it would definitely help out. So we've got the big dogs for next week. I'm pretty sure I don't have the yelling at it, Zach.
No. if you had number 5, then you would.
Yeah, I do not have number 5 up there.
Yeah.
I made sure of it.
Yeah. So in Austin, I caught maybe like half of that trailer and just groaned, but then I'm just saying to myself, it's not for me. They're going for a kid audience
Yep.
with it, and I hope kids enjoy it.
It absolutely looks like it's something made for modern audiences by modern writers.
I don't
Take
know.
that how you will.
It looks entertaining to me. So
Yeah, and I hope it is. Anytime something looks bad to me, I hope I'm wrong.
well, me personally, like I said, it's aimed towards kids. This isn't like the other ones aimed towards older kids. This looks like it's like Disney Junior.
What
Yeah.
are we talking about again?
Definitely. You definitely
Transformers.
I
Transformers
mean,
1, it's called?
the one joke that I just groaned out was whoever the
Nobody's
Yellow.
interested in the Inhumans. Alrighty, and let's see now.
One person said
Only
online, it's
Marvel
like,
realized that in the 20.
yeah, one person,
I know, right?
one person online had said, "Can we just like stop with the comedy?" And they're talking about that trailer. I was like, "Dude, it's aimed for like 5-year-olds."
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like if Marvel Age did a Transformers. Well, that's one of the reasons why I don't mind like if they change up Batman a little bit, because we've read Elseworlds. Oh wow, this is a Mylar
It's
bag.
like saying
I'm gonna take that for a big dog.
It's like asking like for a serious Madagascar.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I get it. I get it.
It's basically what I say about Space Jam and that first Garfield movie. Like, Those
BT
were-
Dubs, that movie we were supposed to hate, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out last year, I didn't hate it. Sorry, gang. I just did not hate it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it either. I didn't watch it.
We have Rampaging Hulk, issue number 2.
There was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out last
And
year.
here is Rampaging Hulk, issue number 3. And we have issue number 4. Here we have issue number 5. We have Rampaging Hulk, issue number 6. And for the bottom row, books to stare at. We have Captain America by Gibbons and Wheat. This is issue number, it's the MK Marvel Knights version of Captain America, number 19. Here's issue number 20. And we have issue number 21. And now we're getting into, I guess, is that Rags Morales? Issue number 22. And then we have The 1,000 by Garth Ennis and McRae. It's got Spider-Man on the corners cover. There you go. Bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go.
Is that the Captain America one where he goes to, like, the prison and he says, "You need to free all these black men"? It's racist.
Well, that's what it looks like it's gearing up for, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't read it, so I couldn't say. Let's see. Jim has 4 spots on the wheel. RDV has 2. You're up to 28. 2 more books, and that'll get you there. By the way, I'm going to pull some books that I bought for next week and put them up tonight.
Me or Jim is at almost at 28.
Okay. Jim is up at 42 right now.
I was like,
Zach's got 44. LK is at 10, and Austin is at 31 right now. Then let's see, that's 31, 41, 69, 71, 117. All right, please pay tonight. All righty. There we go.
so you know what I just discovered? I've been eating lately is
What?
Korean barbecue sauce.
Korean barbecue sauce. You just discovered it?
Well, I never really go down that aisle. I mean, I
Okay.
figured they have barbecue sauce. I mean, they have some kind of, like, soy sauce or whatever, and stuff.
Also,
never-
we have the Christmas Zombie Tramp, the
Christmas
naughty
tits.
cover. Yeah, Christmas tits. Yes. All right. Let's see how we do.
Well, Austin, if you're at 31, is that including your $5 from?
Oh, he's got it. He's always on the wheel at least once. I've got I've got the wheel set with him, JL, and Oz all ready to go.
That's
I put
Chris.
that up every week. No, Oz Hero.
Ozzy Osbourne,
Yes, him.
Frank Oz.
Oswald Cobblepot,
Is it Oz from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No.
Osmosis Jones,
That was a good movie, by the way.
I can't think of
I
any more
like
Oz's.
that movie.
What was that?
8 Oz Steaks,
Uh, in this series, Captain America gets beat up by Rogue. Now bit. Wow, it is just. I thought I heard Eric say something. Maybe he just didn't. Say anything.
No, he coughed. It's silent.
I was going to say, like,
He coughed early. I hope he's okay.
man, these auctions are lively conversations.
I know it is dying down a bit here, but this one has just been a slow day. It's been very slow.
Yeah, speaking of things dying down, Breen, you with us?
Oh, maybe he stepped away to continue his dinner. I don't know. Seems like they're combining the original Transformers origin and Bayformers origin, Cybertron and Orion packs, and Bayformers origin where they were former. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Guys, I've been told this is a hot take. Rachel Weisz is hotter than Jennifer Connelly. I think that is a hot take. I think Jennifer. Now, are we talking at their prime? Both. Because yeah, dude, Jennifer Connelly is. Oof. But Rachel Weisz, she's a gorgeous lady too.
I mean,
Yeah.
like from like Constantine, that movie, the one I remember.
Yeah. The Mummy is what most people, especially now, it's out again. So most people are thinking about her in the Mummy.
And which Jennifer Connelly? The one where she's at Target?
That's one of them, and the Rocketeer. Yeah, hold on.
New
I'll be
York
right back.
City.
I actually.
What
prefer-
about Requiem for a Dream, Jennifer Connelly?
Oh no! Don't-
Yeah.
No, actually.
So
my-
Zach has clarified. He says Mummy, Rachel Weisz versus Rocketeer, Jennifer
Well,
Connelly.
I have a hot take though.
Ooh.
Jennifer Connelly is hotter in Maverick 2, Top Gun 2. I think that's your peak hotness.
Oh, wow. That is quite a.
I know I'm probably alone on this, but
Yeah.
I thought she's pretty good looking. That
Yeah.
same with Colby Smulders when she was in that the first Jack Reacher movie, or the second one. I think it was the second one.
No.
I wonder if Jennifer Connelly and Rachel Weisz are somewhere debating peak Eglantine auction guys' hotness.
Well, they wouldn't be talking about you because you don't speak at all.
Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah.
time.
And
I know I just sit here and smolder.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that you didn't say that Pete Colby Smulders was in Secret Invasion, because I mean, my God, she just looked amazing in
He
her
was good in that.
her dumpy sweatshirt and jacket until she got shot in the head.
Well, I didn't watch Secret Invasion, so I.
No, but I have though.
Good for you, Eric.
Honestly, though, it is. None of them top Michelle Pfeiffer hotness in Catwoman.
Yeah, peak Kobe Smulders' hotness was remember when there used to be magazines devoted to movies? She did a photo shoot for one and just was ridiculous.
Was that during her time in the Big Bang Theory?
No. Kobe Smulders
Or
wasn't.
no. She was on the other one.
No,
How I
it
Met Your
was.
Mother.
No, it was. She was basically playing. She was dressed up as a slutty version of Maria Hill. Because it was for one of the Avengers movies.
So Ultimates, Maria Hill.
I don't know, but it's not. It's that she looked really, really good.
I'm just glad that Maria Hill didn't have a buzz cut. I thought she did in Secret Invasion originally.
All right.
Comic book.
No, she just has really short hair. No.
I know, right?
So what are we talking about?
Maria Hill in the comic books.
Maria Hill in the comics versus
Absolutely.
the movie, or just Maria Hill in the comics?
We were talking Maria or Kobe Smulders' hotness.
She's all right.
Yeah. Austin, I won't disagree with you at all. Especially go watch the Thin Man movies. Myrna Loy
Yeah.
is smoking hot in those.
Who is the gypsy girl? Is that Thinner?
Oh, Kylie
Carrie one?
Carrie something.
Was it
Carrie
is that
Wurr. She
it-
was in Eight-Legged Freaks. Yeah.
hot, bro? That is.
Yeah, she's
No, she's
She's not the same one for Sliders, is it?
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Is
her.
it? Oh, is it
More
really?
importantly, though, her hottest was when she was on Remote Control.
The tornado warning.
Really?
Uh-oh.
That's not fun.
I'm being scolded at because there's a tornado warning. I'm staying up here because I said when I see it, I'll see it.
Okay.
Better get to your basement or your shelter.
Yeah.
So, Zach, I know you're in the chat. I pulled another box from the. I pulled another box from whatchamacallit, and I found these. So, I'm holding a couple of books for you here, dude. So, I guess. Yeah. I got a small box where I put the dice. There we go. Let's see. I'm trying to find the books that I got yesterday. I was going to put them up. But I, for the life of me, cannot find them. That does suck. Oh, well, que sera. I don't know where they went to. Because I did buy some books. Oh, well, can't find them. All right, but that is that. That is the last lot. Nobody wanted any Rampaging Hulk, so let's get this down. All righty.
Hey, what's up, Barbarian?
Hey, Barbarian Kung Fu, what's up? I mentioned earlier, I've got books for you. Just waiting for the shipping. I think it would end up. As a matter of fact, yeah. Those books, by the way. These are the ones that got sold today. All
Who's
right.
that guy watching you through the window?
Yeah, actually, you know, I worry about that so much. I seriously do. I'm
no
used
one
to
watching him
house.
through the window. They would have
I'm
clawed
used
their
to
eyes out.
house, not there's a box right in front of me. I'm not used to being in an apartment complex, right? So I'm hearing bumps and everything. I can't really sleep, you know. I'm like, if I do, it's like with a gun in one hand and a knife in the other. Oh, Barbarian, yeah, I got money for the books, but not the shipping of the books. I figured it was probably because it was done in the hotel, and then we're waiting for me to have an address. And I certainly appreciate the patience, but yeah, that is that. Okay, kids, I've got this. Oh goodness gracious! Of course, it's not together. I do have the whole
guys, I'm
mini-series of
gonna
it.
duck out since there's 4 people here now. I'm doing something with Howler Mouse at 8:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna probably get to bed soon. So.
All righty, dude. Thank you for stopping by, man.
No problem.
Have a good time.
I will see you guys later. Have a good one.
See you, Brain.
Okay, so here we have Justice League. This is Justice League Legion of Superheroes 1 through 6, except for we're missing issue number, let's see, 5. So they're 5 books, $5 if you guys are interested. Also, Batman Beyond Neo Gothic is similar situation, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So it'd be 5 books, $5. So that's most of the storyline. I found this once again for the Lester sisters. Dude, then maybe it was, you know what? It was my misunderstanding. I'll get it out. We just got the boxes back from the storage. I'll send it along, sir. All righty. Get along, gang. Number 2. This would be for $2. We've got Legion of Superheroes number 7. That's Adam Hughes. Then we've got Legion of Superheroes number 14, also $2. And then for $1, we've got Legion of Superheroes 61. And then 40. You've probably been waiting then for like, when the is he going to send me my books? God dang it. Here I am thinking, okay, well, we got it. I need to get shipping and I'll ship it along. All righty. So there you go. Issue number 48 for $1. Issue number 22. If you guys see something, just say, and I'll stop. These are books I got from the shop the other day. Here's issue number 47 of Legion. Issue number 42. And then issue number 19. And issue number 17. All righty. Also, for $5, we've got El Diablo. This is by Brian Azzarello. We've got issues 1 through 4. Get the miniseries for $5. Boom. And let's see. Ms. Meow number 1 for $8. These are books that I would, like I said, I was going to put out next week, but there we go. You know what? I'll wait until next week. Let's get into this. What kind of spot? I think there was an egg that hatched because I've been noticing tiny little spiders. Yeah, I apologize, Barbarian. When we moved, we put everything in storage until we got a place. And yeah,
So
and I
Jim
completely completely, and that's on top of me completely misreading this situation. I do apologize for all of that. That being said, next time, remind me. I'll give you free shipping and such for the mistake and such. I do apologize. Jim is saying I'll take the Giffen Legion superheroes over 20. All right. Oh, I was going to put this at 3 right here. It's a reprinting of the Dell first issue of Zorro. That is really cool. Do I have? I've got Giffen. Here is 42, 47, 22, 48, 61. Let me make sure these are Giffen and not just Baxter. I think this is okay. Yeah, I think these are. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty, I'll put those on your sheet there, Mr. Jim. Yeah, I appreciate it, Barbarian. It was a lot of quote fun unquote. Yeah. Alrighty, Jim with the Legion. But you know what? I found some pretty decent books. We've got some Sergeant Rock versus the Undead. You know, the Army of the Dead. There you go. Sergeant Rock versus zombies. That's basically it. I got a book called Domino Lady. That's going to be, you know, that's pretty cool.
Hey,
Cimarron.
I'm gonna bounce.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, there's like a couple cities over. There's a tornado. Like then it looks like it's.
All right, you take care. If you win, what should I put you down for? Hey, you won once before.
Hey, I won, but I'm dead.
You going for Call of Cthulhu or Swamp Thing? I'll send it to your destroyed trailer park.
I don't have a trailer park, but I mean, I'll go with the Alan Moore. I could probably flip that more.
All righty.
As I do flips. The weird thing is there's no tornado sirens going off here, but all the news reports, oh, there's a tornado heading this way.
Okay.
And I'm like, there ain't no tornado. We're in a bubble.
That's funny.
So I'll be back later. Later, guys.
All righty. Be safe, man.
Yep. All right. You
Okay.
guys be safe too as well.
That's the plan. That's why I'm always staying up late at night with a freaking knife under the bed. Okay, what is going on here? This gets expanded, and that is supposed to. Oh shit! Okay. I accidentally spun the thing, but I don't think it doesn't destroy it. Okay, I just closed this. Congratulations to Oz. Okay, so Jim got JLA 191, 221, 243, 246, 247 to 252. That's 50 cents and then $3 down. X-Men 300 for 3, Weird War Tale 69 for 8, X-Men Prime for 5, Karate Kid 1 for 5, Batman Annual 8 for 2, Batman 620, 622, and 623 for $1, Adventures of Superman 441 for $1, and the 5 Legionnaire books for $5. That brings it up to 47. Jim, do you want to be on the wheel? A lot of times you say leave yourself off, but let me know. Then we have, I'll put you down. You got 4 spots. And Zach has Fantastic Four 252 at 15, Moon Knight 1 at 6, Tales of Suspense 57 at 8, and Werewolf by Night 32 at 15 for 44. And Zach is down for 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is 89, 81, 91 that we're sitting at there. If everything gets paid tonight. All right. Put these. I'll get backing boards for them also, Jim. LK, you had Spider-Man Wolverine at 10. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I better let me go back. Zach with everything. Let's go 15. That would be 59, Mr. Zach. All righty. Jim with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's going envelope. So that would be 9. And that is, oh, I'm going to have to raise, by the way. I found out it's $18 for a medium box now. It is getting ridiculous. So it's 56 total, Mr. Jim. LK was 10. I'm assuming since you've only got 2 books, you want me to hold it. But
Yeah.
if not,
Yeah, hold them for now.
okay. Austin has Tarzan. These are 50 centers. 211, 223, 227, 254, 256. $2, 213, 214, 243. $3 is JLA 246. $5 is Web of Spider-Man 42. What If 27 for 10. And then Young Romance 125 for 5 for a total of 31. And that would go envelope as well for a total of 40. All right. And then Mr. RDV, who stepped away, has 28. And I was going to put it in the box he already had paid for. There you go. All righty. Cool. Use Pirate Ship, a medium box through them is still 14 and change. Really? I got to check that out. Okay, now I need to write these down because I got Zach's. Zach is the last guy up. All right. So I started recording videos today, and along with my voice, it was this big staticky shh. And it was, I looked it up and it says there's a problem in my wiring. So that's not good. All right, so RDV has 2 spots. All right. And we had Austin with 3 more. And Jim saying, I'll stay on tonight. LK has 1. And then Jim has 4. All right. I like doing this. This is fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, this wheel is why I kept the giveaways. I told Gail, I was like, I don't know if I should be doing it because, you know, it's gone down a bit. And she's like, no, you have to keep it up. People like it. I was like, yeah, you're right. I like it. All right, let's shuffle this thing along. So, by the way, the colors of the wheel, it actually says when you put a picture in the middle there, do you want the picture to be the wheel? I don't see these colors. It's very bland compared to the thumbnail, but there you go. All righty. Let's see if it actually shuffles it along, or does it put a lot of people?
No,
not
it's pretty shuffled up.
Yeah, not seeing a lot of doubles. So here we go. The winner is the one day he decides to stay on. All righty, there you go, Jim. So you want the Lovecraft, or do you want the Alan Moore, which is basically the same thing? All right. There you go, man. Thank you very much, by the way, on those. And let me remember to put Austin on this, and Oz and JL. Thank you very much for your Ko-Fi memberships there. And alrighty.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've also been working on history of comic videos, which is going to go on Ko-Fi. So, yeah.
Cool.
I ship tons, been using Pirate Ship for years. I'll check that out, man. Yeah, because the post office is getting expensive. I've been doing this now for what's it been? 3 years, 4 years? And they're up to $18 on a medium box.
Yeah, I know.
Send my books to the rescue squad. All righty, and Jim is saying the Swamp Thing. All righty, there you go. Now, I had a little problem. I had ordered some trade paperbacks, and I thought it said it was coming in this Friday. They're coming in next Friday, which means I am going to be ordering some other trade paperbacks to be here in 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get a hold of Robert Venditti's Freedom Fighters and the 12, because those are both really, really good books. I want to try to make sure the game's lifted a little bit more instead of like, oh, okay, hey, what's Ollie's got? You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
But what does Ollie have?
Ollie's right now has iZombie Omnibus, which I'm kind of interested in. You know, I like the TV show. I've never read the comic that it was based on. Because
Honestly,
it's not.
I read the first 6 or so. I think I read at least through the first arc of that. I honestly like the comic book better than the TV show.
Oh, nice, nice. Also, and this still, I'm trying to get up to 130 guys. If you can pay tonight, please do. And seriously, if you guys want to help out the channel, I need about $75 to get the books for next week. If you do that, free shipping, straight up.
Remember, folks, if you can't pay tonight, pay tonight.
Normally, I'd say please, if you can, please. I'm just flat out, yeah, please do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, 75. It's half the price we usually do, and it will save you up to $15. So there you go.
Yep.
All right, send my books to the rescue squad. We got, I was actually surprised to find out $18 on a medium box. I'm like, wow, when does this become undoable for you guys? You know, it's like, I think once we see the number 2, definitely it's a deal breaker. It's just, wow. That's why I've tried to keep it around 15, you know, give a little discount to the shipping. So, that has also been one of the incentives to buy from me rather than others. But there you go. Also, I with the books that might come, I might just do a claim sale to see how it goes with those books instead of doing a 4-hour auction and sitting around and watching $1 books not being picked up. That might be the more prudent thing to do. Oh no. Anyway, like I said, I don't know. If you think it's a viable thing, I think so. It might be. It's worth a try anyway. All right. That being said, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Once again, if you can pay tonight, please do. There's a couple of reasons. One, I don't want any more books to go on there to make the price go higher. And two, the way that this guy does it goes through PayPal, and I can't use a credit card. I can use that for walk around. I'm just trying to get those books for next week. All righty. If you can help out the channel, please do. I'm done e-begging. It sounds weak. So thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you to everybody who hung out and kept the conversation going. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Folks.
All righty.